Yeah, we're fine.
And look, you're in the game. Hello.
Hello.
Alright.
Just totally ignore the fact that I'm wearing some new clothes again.
I fully expect you to change as often as possible. Which actually brings me on to something that I can inform y'all about.
Oh.
It's a good segue. You ever seen Mallrats?
Oh, God, yeah, not for a long time, though.
Yeah. So you know, is it Shannon Doherty is in it?
Yes.
Right. So in the movie, she was told that any like they were in a shopping centre, right? So she
Hmm.
was basically told, right, just grab whatever costumes you want, just grab whatever clothes you want, and whatever you wear, we'll just get for you. So
Right,
that,
okay.
so that's why if you watch the movie, she changes her clothes almost every scene.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Shall we try Bubble Jeopardy?
Bubble Jeopardy sounds fab.
Right. It's just the two of us, so now we have a chance.
Shannon Doherty, she was on Charmed, wasn't she?
I think so.
Yeah, she was in the original lineup in the really, really early seasons. And I'm pretty sure she got canned for something related to illegal substances.
Oh, very naughty.
And then, of course, they had to rewrite the story, and they were like, yeah, there were these three sisters, and it was magical, and there was like kind of prophecy with this power thing, but we need to write one off, so there's going to be a magical fourth sister.
They did.
Oh
Right.
no.
I'm so sick of the let's make a magical fourth one.
Oh, I'm rewatching Grey's Anatomy at the moment,
Right.
and oh, the convolutedness is a nightmare.
See, when I'm thinking specifically of like examples of things where they've added a fourth one mysteriously, the immediate thought I've got is, do you know that they added a fourth Powerpuff Girl?
They what?
Yeah. So this is like a real thing. Hey, Ronan. This is like a real thing. They added a fourth power. It's like a new show, and basically the three Powerpuff Girls that we know aren't the original Powerpuff Girl. There was one
Okay.
that he
Oh,
made
sugar.
before them,
Mhm.
but she was unstable,
Right.
so he basically locked her away on an island, and she just kind
Oh,
of lived on the island like a fucking savage, I guess.
that's kinda wild.
Honestly, like, I feel like there's a way to do that without it being hyper cringe, but the way they did it was hyper cringe.
Yeah, and
But
they could have like, I mean, I suppose it's good kind of background writing for villain casting.
she wasn't even a villain.
No, I know, but that's the kind of thing people like. It would be a good backstory for a villain.
Yeah, but maybe that was the patient zero of let's give
Oh.
our heroes villainous traits. You
I
know, that
mean,
whole
yeah,
thing that Marvel seem
yeah.
to excel at doing right now.
Well, there's that.
Ah, for
This level took me a good 6 or 7 deaths. I got very, very angry at it.
right, okay, well we're not gonna. Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh,
As-
super nice.
That'll be my only good performance this evening.
Keep that shit up. You get a raise round here. That's how you get recognition. Is there something behind this big fucker? You would think.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know. You would need to like use the bomb feature of the box to.
Oh.
Ah.
Nice. Oh shit. Ah, bounced back into the bubble and didn't even see it.
Oh
Boo.
no.
It's alright, you got this.
Yeah.
I believe in you. You are the hero.
But yeah, the whole Grey's Anatomy thing, because Scott kind of he watches little bits when I'm watching it, and he's like, right, this looks quite early on because like the main character doesn't look like her face is melted yet. And I'm like, yeah, and she's still alive, and her mum's still alive, and her dad's still alive, and her husband's still alive, and then her secret half sister is still alive.
Oh, spoilers,
Um,
man.
yeah, but like going through all these, like, and Scott's like, she's got a secret half sister, and I'm like, well, no, she's got two secret half sisters from her dad, and then a secret half sister from her mum, like 5 or 6 seasons later on. Then he was like, what is wrong with this show? And I'm like, well, it's had 5 spin-offs in like 19 seasons, so it's doing something right.
I'll tell you what's wrong with this show, and I'll tell you why it's had so many seasons.
Okay.
Because it makes middle-aged women very randy.
I mean, yeah, there's some very, very beautiful people in it.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where, you know, sexy doctor types.
Yeah. Oh.
Dr. Handsome, MD. MD, what does that stand for? Massive dong.
Good to see you again, fellow explorer. You won't believe it, but I finally found him. Yeah, Big Mo, the rarest, meanest fish in all of Craft World.
Oh, good for you, mate.
Trying to catch a glimpse of
Oh,
this
yeah,
fish.
nah, yeah.
Of course, I had to hide as soon as he saw me. That is one angry Aquarian life form.
Oh, you don't say, mate. You don't say.
Here,
Thank you, give me... Wait, that's a lot of talking for nothing.
Yeah, there's a trophy that's actually
missed
connected
one.
to finding all of his secret areas.
We missed one.
Oh.
This is unacceptable. What do you think we should do about this? I think you should hand in your laptop and keys. I don't think you are representing the type of shit I need to get through this.
I mean, I guess not.
What is this?
Oh, we made it
it's
to the end of
finish.
the level.
Finish fish. He has a little thimble tooth.
Yeah, I honestly thought that was going to be interactable, but it's not.
Right, who gets a trophy? That's the real question. What's the one for stealing it? There's one for stealing it and I can't... I don't know what it is. Oi. How could you? Et tu.
It's to see, well, essentially if you attack the other person to steal the trophy.
Well, there wasn't one, so the joke's on you.
We must have got it already. This is like the calmest we've played in a little while.
The lack of a certain somebody has opened the door to that. Casual, nice adult casual play.
Yeah, just some chill time.
Yeah, it's a real shame though because everybody's going to be real sad if they miss what I've got for us tonight.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Well, Scott, as I said, is on his way home, and Brian may make an appearance later. And then we can just go through carnage all over again.
Yay. Open up, little zip road. Oh, secret.
Oh.
Secret teapot time. Bah.
Bonus level time.
Oh god, so I had a brief look at the trophies for this and it looks like a lot of them are like level specific, get the stuff, and one of them was for getting lots of different costume items.
Yeah, it's 300, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah, if you... I can't remember if you can roll holding one of these, but... No, you cannot. Damn.
Oh, I get it. I see now. This is very mean.
It is.
Hurry! Time is running faster than us all!
Don't overlap our platforms, that's a pure waste. Oh my god, you're not even playing as if you know how to play.
There's...
You suck. I'm gonna put gum
Who
in your
carried
head.
us through that last level?
Here, you want to talk about getting carried through a level? Alright, nobody else shows
we're
up.
going to need to do that tonight.
Exactly, nobody else shows up. Guess who? It's not just carry me through the level, it's get a gold.
Oh, no. Oh, that'll be fun.
It will, especially with me on your back going, Andale, arriba, arriba! There she blows.
Up.
Ah, there's jokes there, but I'm not going to touch them. So,
Yeah.
did you come to the table this evening with anything for me?
Not as of yet. I have a couple of things that I was looking into, but I was just expecting utter carnage for 3 hours as usual.
I can't believe that you're not taking this very serious career role seriously.
We could always do more Harry Potter.
We could always do more Harry Potter. Do you know what else we could also do? We
What?
could have a very public blowout. Alright? We can
Okay.
put lots of back and forth sniping on Twitter. And then soon we can release a small docu-series on YouTube exploring what happened to the stream team and why we fell apart. Only to have a triumphant return. Except when we come back. Ooh, hi.
What?
I just get absolutely dossed again. Oh, right, so these things are almost like explosive volleyballs.
Yeah.
Cool, alright, so does that mean we can get... Be gone, winch! Oh, you can hold them and cart them. Right. So, are we going over this side first?
Quite probably.
Judo swing. Judo chop. Stop grabbing me. It's very inappropriate.
Ah!
I'm trying to get this thing. Oh no, I can't. I can't grab them. That's what we're trying to blow up.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you the
Oh, that
bomb
was a stop.
girl. There we go. Grabbed it. Are we sure? This looks like it's the way we want to go. Oh shit, I punched the explosive because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no.
I know. Can't take me anywhere.
Well, let's try this way to see if it takes us to the same place.
Alright. Ah!
Oh,
No! No! Ah! Fuck.
oh no.
Boo.
Oh.
Oh, there's
Ooh.
one of the special Komochi holes. Pop up. How did that get in there?
Oh.
I don't think that hurt you when I threw it. We might have to test that.
Great.
Oh my god, it's
Okay.
the Ruffled Ruffian.
This guy's a bit of a pain.
This sounds like his name sounds like the kind of name that I would expect to see for the bad guy in like a 1950s detective serial in the newspaper. Ah, the Ruffled Ruffian strikes again. He approached the theatre last night and attended the opera. There he was accosting several people and causing a woman to have a very loud orgasm during the quiet section. Did you see that?
No.
Yo, Zero. There was footage from like an orchestra or an opera somewhere, and right as the climax of the song happens, there's somebody in the audience really getting into it.
Oh no.
But the music takes like a small dip, you know, a small
Yeah.
yeah. And as it's happening, it's just like da da da. Ooh, ah.
Oh no.
So yeah, there was a Coomer in the crowd that night.
Oh dear.
I don't know if they can necessarily pin it down to one person without getting voice samples or whatever, so... I mean, I'm sure the people around know exactly who it was.
Oh yeah, quite probably.
I don't know if I've ever been at a concert and I've been like, this is so good that I just need to rub one out the now.
Yeah,
You know
no, can't say that I have either.
You know that way I've been to live shows and I've been like, oh my god, this is so good. I need to get another drink. I need to get
Yeah,
more drunk.
exactly.
Or this is so good, I need to get more of a smoke. But there's never
Yeah.
been, this is so good, I just need to whap out my piece and start going for it.
It really is strange. Like, I can't fathom it. Plus, these days you would probably end up on TikTok for doing something like that.
Probably, yeah. Oh my goodness, look who's finally decided to show
Oh.
up. The invites have already been sent. Because, oh my goodness!
Oh.
Look who else is also on his way. Not quite here. I've got, oh my goodness! You're fine. You're good. Your teacher's pet today.
Thank you.
You came in and you put a shiny apple on my desk. Hurry up, Phillies, I've got a story to tell you. 33. Oh my god. And the algorithm fucking hates me after all that time.
Oh, for
We've
some
got
reason, why is that
900.
not sending?
We've got 906 little jingle bells in our pockets.
Oh, that's good. Oh, maybe go do some shopping if you wish.
Yeah, I think we should. Now that we've got some friends in that joining us,
Yeah.
we've had a nice little quiet intro. So now it's time for anarchy
Time for
to
chaos.
ensue.
Yep.
And then once all the crowd has gathered, story time.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, it is you! Hello!
One of our fellows here was actually pivotal in the inception of this idea.
Oh.
Ronan's resub is next week. Y'all are very kind, and I appreciate you all greatly. But you know, like it's there's other things you should get for yourself. Ooh, the difference. Look at the eyes in that one.
Oh, God.
That's kind of awesome.
Housing. I have all day.
Okay, Monocle's literally no, don't want the yak nose. A great big bushy beard. Incredible. There's a lot of stuff in here. Tartan. Right, well we're gonna have tartan skin.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff kind of later in game.
Oh yeah, it's so hard to pick what I actually want here. Look, I can get a little caterpillar caboose. I can get a trident. Or a mountaineer's pole.
Zumzums is shopping in its purest form. You choose new outfit, give me collectibles.
See, I don't like. I feel like when I'm buying stuff here, I want to just buy like full ass
in the retail
costumes.
Costumes? Yeah.
Jellyfishes get 8 parts to it. Jesus, collectibles.
Yeah. Some of them are ridiculous.
Right, okay, I'm going to stick with my diving suit. I want to be a big daddy. I know I'm tartan on the inside, but I'm absolutely going to get those boggin eyes.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're a little creepy though.
Yeah, that's the point. I want them to stare directly into your soul.
There's alien eyes or spider eyes later on, and you end up with 4 of them, and it's a little creepy.
Exactly. You pick the diver skin, you cover it with the diver suit. Nobody needs to know that I'm tartan under all this, but I know. And somebody's going to say some tartanist shit down the line, and I'll be like, oh yeah, what does that mean? Somebody will say you people. And I'll have
Oh
my
dear.
fun.
The Scotch.
Oh, I hated that.
Oh, I despise it.
Do you know there was one time when I was down at Download Festival, this is when we were fighting with the Marines, and
Lovely.
we get called a bunch of smelly jocks,
Oh, great.
and do you know that way I was like, a what?
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, oh yeah, you don't like being called that, do you? And I was like, I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
heard
what's
that
that?
before. What the fuck are you talking about? I had to Google it. Apparently it is like a term for Scottish people. But
yeah, it's a kind of detrimental term. Oh,
allegedly,
what a tune.
like, allegedly it's detrimental, but all I'm hearing is like, Big Jocks discount golf shoes, Big Jocks discount golf gloves, Big Jocks discount women. I'm looking at you, Percy. It just makes me laugh. Alright, cool. You call me Jock, I'll call you Percy. That's how it goes. Percy, Percy. I could buy and sell you, Percy.
I've never really experienced it in a detrimental sense, but seen it again kind of online used, but I don't really find it all that offensive.
No, it's kind of like getting called, like, oh, you look like a fucking hippie. Aye.
Aye.
Alright, cool. No bother. You know? People used
I've
to do
got
that to me.
family.
People used to do that to me in school all the time. They'd be like, you look pure gay. And I'd be like, alright. What does that mean?
And the same, I get like, oh, you're a goth. I'm like, and?
No, you are a goth though. That's different. That's totally
Yeah,
different.
aye.
That's them calling it how they see it. That's not somebody just saying some bullshit. That shit's accurate.
Well, I did have a...
You did it!
I did it. I had an English teacher. I think she was my higher English teacher, and she was just an absolute nightmare. And yeah, that was a big insult for me if I'd point blank refused to take part in something, like a dramatic reading of Romeo and Juliet, for example. She was just like, Emma, you're such a goth. Like, right.
Aye. See, at that point though, it's a statement of fact with you. Because you are in fact
I guess.
a big goth. Let's do the big goth checklist, shall we? Alright.
Okay.
What percentage of your wardrobe is black?
Oh, 90, 95.
Okay. Do you now or have you ever owned New Rock shoes?
Got 2 pairs upstairs.
Interesting. We're gonna do some word association, alright?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say a word, you tell me the first word that pops into your head, alright?
Right.
Wednesday.
Adams. Or
Interesting.
13.
Oh, okay, interesting. Let's go for Cradle.
Oh, Cradle of Filth.
Oh, an actual Cradle of Filth? That would be horrible.
The band.
I feel like we missed something on the other side. Right, other big goth association. Right, I'm gonna list 4 options. You have to tell me which one is the most appropriate. Which one do you think you would like the best? Okay.
Okay.
A puppy. A pretty flower from your sweetie.
Mhm.
A bar of delectable chocolate from your sweetie, or a stay in a mausoleum complete with Crypt Keeper role-playing experience.
I mean, the mausoleum sounds really cool.
Does it? Does it really?
Yeah?
Well, I'm sorry, the diagnosis has came back. We've ran all the tests, and it appears that you are, in fact, a big goth.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, to add insult to injury, I got a perfume dupe recently, because a lot of perfumes aren't vegan, and there was one I'd heard of. It was meant to be amazing. It's called Lost Cherry. It's by Tom Ford, and it's normally like £400 a bottle, and I fell in love with it. And then I'd seen a TikTok which I played for Scott, and apparently that perfume in particular has the same smell to that of a fresh corpse. And Scott was like, "Are you alright with that?" And I'm like, "No, I think I like it more now."
You would think. No, hang on a minute, right? Hang on. How fresh of a corpse are we talking here?
So, the woman who, like, she runs like a kind of perfume TikTok thing, she asked people that she knew that worked in like funeral homes and stuff like that, and they agreed. They were like, yeah, that kind of like a really sweet cherry and bitter almond, like that's the perfect like kind of representation of the smell, and the perfume's very similar.
I have some issues with that, just on a purely like marketing standpoint, right?
Right.
See if you're gonna market something as smells like a fresh corpse. Here's all the things that have shot through my head while I've been thinking about that, right?
Okay.
At what point, when a person dies, does body odor stop being a thing? Because surely a fresh corpse would just smell like that person. Like if they were
Yeah.
wearing too much Britney Spears fantasy, then that fresh corpse just reeks of the early 2000s.
I've got a bottle of that somewhere.
Fucking right you do. It's the greatest perfume there has ever been. All right,
Oh, it's so good.
that was the smell of early 2000s sexual awakenings in the air.
Oh,
How
well,
many people
I don't
lost
know.
their virginity to a room that was hoaching of that shit?
Either that or Lacoste Touch of Pink.
That was like the
The
Barry
Ned
one.
choice.
Aye, if you got
Yeah.
the Britney Spears one, there was hope for you. If you got the other one, then there was a good chance that you had a sovereign ring that said your name across 3 of your fingers.
See, I ended up with both those perfumes. Fantasy because I wanted it, and one year my mum went at like some perfume shop before Christmas, and she's like, "I need to get my daughter a perfume for Christmas," and I just don't know what she likes. And the girl apparently serving was like 16, 17, and she's like, "Oh, what age is she?" Like, she's like 13, and she's like, "Oh, Lacoste Touch of Pink." She will love it, and I hated it. Never mind the fact that it just wasn't what I wanted to be associated with. I just did not like the smell. I think I broke it on purpose about 6 months later.
How could you?
I know, terrible.
It was a gift. You might as well have shat in your mother's purse.
She didn't find out.
You didn't know. Is Bebop just, did he come in, sub, and then go to the toilet or something? What's
Maybe.
going on here? He's scarpered, he's buggered off. Choo choo. He did! He went to the toilet! Yes! I knew it! I fucking
God.
knew it! I know your body. Right, let's wait for him to
Oh, yes. That was brilliant.
I'm the prophet of media and also bowel movements. You get the fog where your brain should be. There's a joke here somewhere. I'm trying to decide if I want to go down Bobby fog, or your brains in your arse, or what. I don't know. You don't think you will join tonight? Just going to alert the scene. Right, okay, that's fine then. That's fine. You're not going to miss out on story time then, as long as you're lurking. That's that's all I wanted, really. Alright, fine then, it's just the two of us.
Yes. I don't know if we're having any problems with chat with anybody else, but it's behaving a little weirdly for me, and Scott said it was as well.
Sorry, I don't believe him. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think he's sitting there and he has got at least 4 different games on the go. He's using each limb to control a different game on a different console.
Oh, I forgot about this. This
Oh,
same
shit.
stupid level again, but a race. You need to try and avoid the lights.
Oh, bullshit. Mine?
Oh.
Mine?
No.
Wow, this is a whole
Yeah,
hell
it's
of a lot
hell.
of bullshit in it. Wee. Got it. Whoa. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was awful.
That wasn't too bad. Hey, trophy. Ding.
Yeah.
Buddy beater. I got it for beating you. Beaten like a dog. Or So, I watched Nobody last night.
Okay.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not.
It's alright. So, poor man's John Wick. There's a lot of stuff in it
Okay.
that's just as contrived. But, overall, it was fun. You know, it's an hour and a half, it's not too long.
Yeah.
It keeps a good pace. I'd say watch it if you've already seen John Wick and you want to watch that again for the first time. Except
Okay.
don't expect it. Like it is really like the Wish version. It's you know, like imagine instead of like a massive hidden underground assassin network that's been rooted in society for, you know, generations, and they've got all these
Hmm.
things. It's just like a government agency,
Right. Okay.
you know. And instead of this insane like load of gun fu, it's just it's kind of just street fighting, really.
Hmm. It looked quite good from the clip that I saw on Netflix.
What I will say is there is a very unexpected. I didn't know who else was in it. I just knew it was the Better Call Saul guy.
Yes.
So I took a look when I was watching it. I saw who else was in it. Christopher Lloyd's in it. That's
Yeah.
cool. Obviously, that's cool. It's always cool to see him. But see the other main character in it.
Hmm.
That's the fucking RZA, baby.
Really?
Yeah. So obviously being one of the Wu-Tang clan, he ain't nothing to fuck with. And yeah, sure enough, in the show he gets some of the coolest scenes.
Oh, cool.
He's such a great character. I would want to see a sequel that is like the Better Call Saul dude and the RZA together.
Yeah, that would be insane.
It was really good. Like their relationship, I mean. So that's a positive for it. Oh yeah, the thing I was saying earlier on, we got another movie redemption.
Oh, did we?
This one's from Moomber, and it
Oh.
was for Mallrats. That's why I was talking about it earlier on.
Oh, that would be really cool. I could be down for that.
Yeah, I tried to do a lot of it from memory,
Yeah.
but there was just too much I couldn't remember. Like I couldn't remember characters' names and shit. But so you know that's why we're gonna have to watch it again. But definitely one that I'm up for watching. That was always my favourite of the Universe movies.
There was actually, I don't know how we got onto the topic of it last night, but I think we'd seen a video that was he's making some kind of commentary on Twilight, probably making fun of it for something. And Scott and I talked about our like kind of individual experiences with it.
Right.
And Scott was basically saying like how he could never watch it ever again and how terrible it would be. And I'm like, oh, that would be hilarious to EFAP.
Twilight.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
What? Right, it's
Why is
actually
that
fucking
surprising?
terrible.
Right,
Like,
no, hang on, back the
just
fuck up.
because,
What is
right,
that
no,
reaction?
because
I was
you're
an only child and I had a Bobby, alright? I wasn't trying to get none of my Twilight fandom knowledge. I wasn't trying to infiltrate Team Edwards for my own gratification. This is the same as the fucking, you've never seen these Disney movies? No, I've not got wins.
It's more so because just because you and I are very kind of similar in age, and oh, great, because we're very similar in age, and just because of like, round about the time when it came out, Scott and I have both seen it. Neither of us wanted to see it, and I got dragged to the cinema I think half a dozen times.
And do you know what
To see
you
it,
both have? Do you know what you both have that I don't have?
What?
Sisters.
Nah,
We
for me it was cousins.
You tell me all the time that your sister used to have posters and shit all over the shop.
She did. It was my cousin's fault because she was like, "Oh, we need to go see Twilight together," and that was it.
Well, that's kind of cute if it was a family thing. You guys were just team togetherness.
I mean, I guess so.
I know some things about it, obviously, just from like memes
Yeah,
and hearing other people talking about it. Like, as far as I'm aware, there is like a vampire, and he's like 1 billion years old, but he decides to go to school, like a high school, and just hang out there.
I, I, I don't even think he's like. I think he's maybe like two, maybe 300, something like that.
He's like a
I don't
billion
know
years
exactly.
old, and he
Okay.
hangs out in this school because when you're an old dude but you look young, that's what you do. You go and hang out in schools. You get them right at the
Oh,
source, I guess.
it's so much worse than that though.
Right. And he meets a girl who he looks at and he goes, "Oh my God, you have the cold, emotionless face of a vampire. Are you a vampire?" And she goes, "No, I'm not. I'm just a teenager in my late 20s. I've been held back a few
Oh,
years." And he goes, "That's fine. I've been held back many years because I'm a vampire. Ha 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 ha." And then they laugh, and then they hold hands, and then she wants to be a vampire, but then a furry jumps out of the trees, and he's like, "Oh no, but I want you to be a furry with me instead of being a vampire with him." So then everybody was like, "Ooh, the furry's not wearing a shirt again. That that makes me feel things that I don't understand because I'm not old enough. So I like him. But oh, the wee goth's looking moody again. Oh, that makes me feel things that I don't understand. That makes me like him." And then at the end, she gets a little baby put inside her, which
okay.
I don't believe because vampires have no blood flow. So how did he maintain an erection or even achieve one in the first place? There's no blood flowing through that shit.
True.
Did he? Does he have like? Does he have like a I don't know, like a mold that he slips it into, or like some sticks that he braces it with,
Get ready for a
like a splint?
cornucopia of
I don't know.
collectibles.
Either way, the logistics of that don't match up with the thing. But anyway, then he's like, "Oh no, the baby is a vampire baby. Have you ever seen Alien?" And she's like, "No, I have not. What does that mean?" And he does like a really insensitive gesture of her just being exploded from the inside. It's very, very insensitive. And and then the werewolf boy is like, "Oh, I can't have you, so I'm gonna have your baby. Ha ha ha! My ultimate revenge plan. If I can't defeat you, I will sleep with your children." Uh, which I take as a commentary on the inner workings of Hollywood at the time and currently. But is that about it?
I mean, you got a couple of the broad strokes, but it is so much worse than that. It's just so much worse. The writing's terrible. As Bebop's just said in chat, like it was really awkward, and the films especially because they were based on a book series, and the actors that they got to portray their kind of two main characters ended up making it even more awkward seeming in the filming, and it spawned a million memes, and it was an absolute phenomenon. And I got swept up in it, and I hated it. And yeah, my sister ended up obsessed, and for months, I think over a year, I had to wake up every single day facing Twilight posters.
Well, I'm just saying, brother. Look at the subject matter. Look at its current circumstances. Are you surprised? Is this fucking White Wedding?
No, it's Take on Me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I thought we were getting the bass was going to start going like do 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 do.
It's close though. I think
Well, I mean, it's basically the same song, and it was written around the same
yeah,
time, and we are in 2023.
same chord
So.
progression as well.
Come here, you. Man Beast!
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you get.
There we go.
I will now cease my tossing. I don't know what to say. Who was it that did a cover of this that was actually banging? Is that Real Big Fish?
Oh, there's been loads of covers, but yes, I'm pretty sure they did one.
Where's Charlotte? Because I know it had a trumpet in it, and that means Charlotte would know who it was. She's like some kind of, like, trumpet encyclopedia for music. Charlotte,
That's really cool.
they put a fucking trumpet in this song. Do you know who it was? Aye, I'll tell you the exact make and model of the trumpet as well. Like
There was a guy.
Ska pervert.
There was a guy that I went to uni with who. Oh no. Yeah, there was a guy I went to uni with that listening to.
You have to come back and
No, this
back
is screwed. Yep. Oh, or die.
or die.
Yep. Yeah, but this guy who was on my course wasn't like he was a guitarist, didn't really play any other instruments, but he had this absolute crazy innate ability to. If you ever heard, what happened there?
What the fuck is going on? He just disappears after a certain point. Then maybe need to like
That's
throw.
really
You
annoying.
gone through, so fuck it.
Yeah. But yeah, you could hear basically any synthesizer, and it could tell you generally what make and model. What? Oh, great.
Yeah, that was a bit bizarre. Oh, well, there was a door. Was it this door we didn't go through? No, there was another door that we didn't go through because I thought it was progress door.
No. Oh, I need to do it all again.
Another
I'll
one.
just go quick.
Run, bitch! Yeah, this little guy runs out of juice right quick.
Yeah. Run back over. Yeah. There we go. Good.
Judo throw. 1,200 of these little Orby boys.
Not
It's a
bad.
Profitable level.
Bebop in chat, Sega Twilight drinking game. Take a shot after every time somebody sighs or has a sharp intake of breath.
Somebody IRL or in the movie.
I mean, could be either, to be honest.
Get it. Get it. Come on, you're my gang squad right now.
Yeah.
Personal protection. Oh, this would
Got
be...
him!
Hello, little flower. We would like to be launched from your brain. Come here, you. Judo throw!
Ah! Oh. What? That makes no sense. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Oh. Okay, right,
Got
let's
an
go
idea.
back and try that.
You think you have to go back into the butthole? And maybe it launches you?
Maybe? No.
Okay, I think I can just throw you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cargo you, and I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna do...
Yeah!
I used to play basketball, you know.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh, okay,
I-
back up.
Oh.
Throw that shit over to me. Nope.
Oh,
no. Bugger!
Oh no.
Damn it. I guess you're gonna have to throw it over and then...
Oh no, what? I fell off the map? I guess.
Alright. Okay. That was a little bit awkward.
Oh. Yeah, that was a bit strange. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's these light emitting things.
Maybe, well, it just
That seems
dissolved
to be the only
floor.
problem so far.
It just dissolved the floor.
Oh,
Got it. Ooh, what's all this back here then?
oh, right. So have you
Roll in
all
the
that?
hole.
Oh, what?
Bruh. Bruh.
just unfair.
I guess we're not getting that one.
Not this time.
That is no shit. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to.
Oh, there we go.
You are at this point like not too dissimilar to just a very useful ball.
Very kind of you.
I am not saying that you're an object. You want to throw that up top there?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably the way to go.
Well, it's up there. I'm going to grab you. Haha, man beast.
Ah.
There we go. Bunch. Fucking teamwork, my man.
Awesome. Yeah, we're doing quite well tonight.
I wonder what the difference in the formula is.
Not having someone out to kill you.
It does help, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like having it's like having an assassin.
That, and I find it's kind of easier to see where we are. Oh.
Combat.
Oh no, you're gonna need to throw me up there.
Yep. Come here, tossing wench.
There we go. Okay.
Allow me to elevate you.
You're the muscle this time.
You want to talk to HR? More like H.
Oh!
Yeah. That's what you get.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, we're making some pretty good progress tonight.
Yeah. Now steal the trophy so that you might have a ding.
I don't know, I might already have it, we'll see.
Maybe, you know, I keep just getting awarded the trophy, just handed it right away, so... We didn't
Aw.
make 5,000.
Terrible.
It's your fault. You stole my trophy.
I did, but no dings, I must already have it.
Yeah, alright. Well, the next time you get one, I'm gonna steal it. That's how things
Sounds
go
good.
down. There can't be much left in Crablantis now.
There's not much, but the next world's got quite a bit to it.
Oh. Oh, I don't like
It's
that.
a lot longer with a lot of like kind of extra levels on it.
No, I don't like that.
Oh, and I think I might actually have one thing for you in the realm of kind of new movies that have come out.
Oh.
So, it's not good. Peter Pan and Wendy, which is a new Disney Plus thing, was released like during the week.
Oh dear.
It was god awful. It is essentially being touted as back to the Spring Summit. I don't think I've been here. But yeah, the Rotten Tomatoes and other kind of like Metacritic ratings have had it really, really bad. Captain Hook's played by Jude Law.
That's who I think of when I think Hook.
Yeah, like absolute like manic and evil and like no, it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, what's he done? Really, you know? Like, it's one of those things, I recognise his name, I'm sure, like, my ma loves him, but I just can't remember. Am I Gene Simmons?
Yep, I have that costume too.
Oh my god.
Jude Law's been in a ton of things. The Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes films, he was Watson.
So he was, you're right. Wasn't he Dumbledore? Was he Youngledore?
He was young Dumbledore in the Fantastic Beasts films.
Yumbledore sounds like what the thirsty students of Dumbledore's army would call him. Oh, big Yumbledore. There was something down as well. How do we go down?
Yeah, I've got it. Just
Did
triangle.
you get it? Okay.
Oh.
Judo throw.
Oh,
I
oh
got
dear.
him.
There we go.
Oh, I mistimed it. I thought that was going to be perfect. Ooh. What's over there then?
Oh!
We'll never know because we're both shit.
Oh, I got it. It's a belt.
Oh!
Oh!
I died doing what I loved. Oh,
Oh no!
you got, kiddo.
I got. We'll get there.
All of the faith that I placed in you was completely wasted. Oh my god!
Oh no!
Stuff over at the sides as well. Oh, okay. Look at those burpees. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Llama? Or was that an alpaca?
Maybe.
I found out that there is a place not too far from where I used to stay that is like an alpaca petting zoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can go there and have like a picnic with the alpacas.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it.
Oh, I think there's a trick to this.
We have to jump up and grab the balls.
Yeah, I've got one.
No, no, this is awful.
It's terrible, isn't it? Oh,
There's another one. Another Komochi hole.
yeah. Oh, at least that was done.
Alright. Do we have an ETA
Oh,
for our third?
well, he told me a little while ago he was at the car, so he will be driving home, and it's not generally a long drive, so we could be looking at another 10-15 minutes.
That's fine. I was just wondering when to get started on the story, because it's not... I don't know exactly how long it's going to take me to get through.
Okay.
Have you had any ideas? Have you done any of your insane detective work to figure out what I've found?
Not really. I think to be so.
Oh, you've gone roboto.
Oh, I've gone roboto.
Yes. You're back now.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Don't know what happened there.
I have no clue, bruv. Take your time.
What's going on? I'm like stuck. Oh.
Oh. Oh well.
It
all on
wouldn't
me now.
actually let me move. I don't know what was going on.
It's all on me now.
Oh.
Cool. That's a life token.
Okay. Lovely. I think we'll be alright.
Well, that place was just full of life tokens. Nice.
Yep. Long may that continue. Oh. Especially when I do that.
Ooh, I should have taken a hit there. Eh, that's a finish anyway. We're fine.
Fantastic.
Oh, my back, I'm old.
I know that feeling.
I had my first shot on a PS5 through the week.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah, amazing. I mean, a friend of mine came over, and he brought his PS5 and Demon Souls. So we had the moment, right? We had the moment that may the fourth be with you, and also with you. Uh, we had one of those
What?
moments, right? It's me the fourth.
Oh no, no, I got that. You completely cut out for a second, and it just said connection to the host was lost. Oh,
Weird.
have I been booted?
Looks like you might have been. I may have to blue screen for a second while I send an invite. There you go, invite sent. Sorry, we unlocked a new area. And it looks like it is a race. And this
Oh,
is a
great.
co-op only zone. Come back, friend.
Oh,
I
2 wee
need you.
seconds. I'm just joining.
Wait for shit. So what was I saying before that?
You were talking about the story that you were going to tell us, and whether I'd done any sleuthing or not, which I haven't.
Right. Okay. I'll
And
start
then we'd been
revealing.
talking a little bit about Disney's new Peter Pan.
All right. So I'll start revealing the secrets. Okay. PS5
Okay.
Demon Souls. Yeah, that's right. It was awesome. I really enjoyed it. We had that. That's what I was talking about. Thank you. We had a moment. We had a transition. Right. So this is a friend of mine. This is a friend that went 60 hours in Elden Ring before he realised you hold circle to run.
Oh my god, okay.
So not a big Souls fan, right? Elden Ring was the first one. He didn't enjoy it that much, you know. He thought it was alright.
Mm,
It was better than he was expecting, but he didn't.
okay.
He didn't love it. He didn't fall in love with it. Until one night where he was like, "Oh hey, it's got multiplayer. Do you want to play?" And we had a multiplayer session. He was like, "That was way better. I loved that." So unexpectedly, right? Because this guy was like militantly like, "Nah, man, the whole Dark Souls thing, that's stupid. I don't understand that. That's fucking nonsense. I want to just play a game and have fun." But the other night, he messaged me and he was like, "See if I came over with like, you're like an expert in all the Souls games at this point, aren't you?" And I was like, "Honestly, man, kinda. Just given the amount of time we've spent streaming them and talking about them and shit like that. Obviously,
Yeah.
Bloodborne's my goat." But he was like, I've got that Demon Souls on the PS5, and like, I don't know, like, if I played it myself, I'd probably hate it, but I thought it might be fun if we like played it together. And I was like, oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. So he came over, we're playing Demon Souls.
The it's booted me. Well, it's not booted me. It failed to join quickly enough.
Hmm.
Might need to try again.
Let me see if I can. See, so I can go to quit online game. I'll try the invite again, but then I can go to quit online game after that and just put it in an open lobby and see if you can join that way.
Oh, and Scott's home.
Oh my goodness, then it's almost story time. But yeah, so he came over, we started playing Demon Souls, and by the end of the like first section of Boletaria, he was the one that was doing most of the playing,
Mhm.
and he was the one that was like, "Oh no, right, we're gonna go this way. We need to go this way, right? Oh, what do you think's doing there though? All right, okay, what about this?" And then I was saying like, I remember the first boss. I remember his name's Phalanx.
Mhm.
He's and as soon as I said Phalanx, he was like, "Phalanx? Is that not the formation from this?" He loves his history, so he was like, "Is that not
Oh.
the formation that the Roman soldiers took? It was like almost like a turtle, but with shields." And I was like, "Aye, actually, that's exactly what it is." And he's like, "All right, so I get it." And I was like, "Holy shit, it's happening!" And then it came time for him to like head home, but we were near like a boss door, and he was just like, "All right, I'll give it one more run, right? I'll give it one more run." I was like, "Yeah, no, take your time. No, you're not in any rush. You don't have to leave." He's like, alright, cool. He did it. He got to the section, then he died, and he was just like, oh, right, okay. One more run.
Yeah,
And honestly,
that's how it starts.
I was just sitting there so proud. Do you know that way in the back of my head? I'm like, oh, Bloodborne's coming.
Yeah, see, I'm kind of feeling that way as well. I've bounced off a lot of FromSoft games, and I just couldn't get into them. And
I lost you, boy. Hello?
hello,
Oh, I thought I'd lost you, boy.
it's just kicks me from the game again.
Oh, what is going on?
We have an issue.
We shouldn't.
I know my internet's fine. I've checked it, and the stream's been running, so that's your internet's not a problem.
Must be something to do with the servers then.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to play online and I'll make it a open game. And that way I won't have to keep like blue screening for invites. You
Yeah.
should be able to just join me. And I guess I'll just hang out here.
I mean, yeah, because that's a multiplayer level we're in, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh no.
Why are you holding the guitar in a way that I can't play it? That's so awkward. And it's only got 2 strings, but it's got 3 tuning pegs. Has it got 3 strings? Is this a bass without a bass note? What is going on? There's nowhere for it to have straps. Like, how are you supposed to put a strap on it?
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't. I don't. There's no port for the amp. You can't even plug this shit in. It's fucking
no.
acoustic. What is this? This is one of those guitars that it's supposed to be like a Gibson Explorer knockoff, I think. But this is like one of those guitars that you would get out at the shop, and it's got like buttons on it, and you press it, and it goes brr, brr, brr. Disappointing!
Do you want me to try adding you to a game?
I mean, we can try.
I'm trying to
If you think that'd be
think of
easier.
ways around it. Maybe? Let's give it a go.
Maybe we should open a support token with Sony.
Maybe if
You're breaking up again. Oh, okay, I received an invite. Right, blue screen, everybody. Enjoy the blue. We're back.
it's busy. Oh, rut roll.
What?
That's a problem. It basically booted me there and said the network session is busy.
Give me a second.
I'm checking online to see about servers.
Yeah, this one doing Sackboy server status. Failed to join game. Right, okay.
Hmm.
Using speed return code, servers are back online. I'm confused.
That's. Hmm.
Willow, I be thinking that your internet might be on the tism because your vocals keep blipping, saith the Beebs in chat.
Strange. Because, like, the. 2 seconds. The.
The boom. It's like a horror movie. Right, okay, what I'm gonna do,
Apologies.
I'm gonna go and, Jesus, I'm gonna grab some brew, the game's open, so we'll just keep trying to get you in, and levels, like, just so that there's something happening on the stream, and if it continues happening this way, right, if this is gonna keep being a thing, then I suggest to thee, I put
Okay.
forth to you, that, just to avoid it happening, we could make it the last Sackboy, because I'm not desperate to like see the end, and I'll get the platinum. We'll play it off
Yeah, of
stream
course.
just to avoid any more of this, and we can move on to
Mm.
something that's a bit more stable.
Yeah, that could work. Because we
Uh,
have had a couple of problems even when we were playing as fours the past couple of weeks, like certain things glitching and falling through levels and stuff.
yeah, well, I mean, it's more just like the joy of this is the multiplayer, and if we can't do the multiplayer, then
Mm.
what are we watching? Me going on my little, I'm just playing with my sack at that point. I'm just playing with my sack, and I don't think anybody really wants to see that. You know?
Yeah, it is a little different to the four of us playing.
Exactly. It's not got quite the same energy.
Yeah.
Oh well. Like, the servers in this game are definitely screwy. There's no
Yeah,
two ways about it.
it may be because it was a free game, because it was added as a free game. There's a lot more people playing it, and the servers can't handle it.
Maybe? I don't know if there'd be that many people playing it though, really?
I mean, it was a launch title for PS5, and it was something that I saw and went, "Oh, I want to play that when I get a PS5." And it just so happened it came out on this, and I jumped on it.
Maybe
And
that's
I've
why it's
heard,
not working. Right, we're skipping that shape.
yeah.
Oh man, this sucks without friends.
Oh, really?
It's very different. I feel like I'm playing just any like kind of platforming game. This is like Ratchet and Clank almost.
See, I really enjoyed Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed Ratchet and Clank, but if I was, I'd want to play Ratchet and Clank over this because Ratchet and Clank's got a better like gameplay loop. This is
It
definitely
does.
this is a fun with friends game.
It is.
Oh well.
It's
Assuming,
fine though,
right, okay.
because even if we are stuck in the sense that I can't get back on, it is fine. We can adapt.
We
We
can't. I
could
mean, story time won't be infringed by that. In fact, if anything,
exactly.
you might be more engrossed. In fact, I could even tell you what it is, and you could be the one that does the dramatic reading.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
You should be. You should also be horrified.
Oh
Like I
no.
say, it's probably something you are aware of, and
Okay.
I will probably be quite upset if that's the case because I was really looking forward to. I hope you haven't because that would be way more fun.
Okay.
But if you have, we'll still have fun, and when Scott joins, we'll have another person to hopefully expose to this absolute god tier shit that I've discovered.
Oh, I'm very much looking forward to it. I am scared though. A little.
Well, I can tell you, like, the story of how it came about.
Okay.
Okay. So, I was playing games with our man, Bibrob. Bibrob, I think that's his name. He's got a YouTube channel, you should check it out.
He does.
Anyway, we were playing games, and we were talking about Chuck Tingle,
Ah, yes.
right? Okay. And I was saying, man, the book titles are so good, I want to get like all of them and just lay them out on a table for everyone to see when they come over to my house kind of thing. I think it would be an excellent conversation starter.
Yeah.
And that got me on to, do you know what would have been a really fun little segment for the Tuesday stream? So remember we did
What?
the Weasley versus Goop thing?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh, I love that. So I was trying to think of like another version of that, god damn it. And I think it was Bebob was saying, what about like Chuck Tingle novels? So the only thing I could think to like compare them to, like what else would
Okay.
sound like a Chuck Tingle novel,
Oh.
right? It's a difficult question, right? What could be the comparison? Because obviously Gwyneth Paltrow sounds like a bunch of hocus pocus bullshit. But
Yeah.
you know, like a Chuck Tingle novel, most of them have butt in the title. So unless I can find other things that have butt in the title, then it's going to be really easy. It's just the ones that have butt in the title that are the Chuck Tingle books, right?
Yep.
So where would be the fun in that? It wouldn't really be a quiz. It would just be me saying a bunch of funny titles, and I can do that anyway.
That's true.
So I decided to have a look to see if there was anything with butt in the title that I could use to disguise as a Chuck Tingle book and get
Okay.
try and turn it into a wee quiz section. And I tried everything. I went on Tumblr. I went on
Oh no.
fanfic. Yeah. I went on fanfic.com.
Oh
and
no.
I tried looking for like just the worst rated stuff. I tried searching on like Reddit for like bad fan fiction titles. Tried looking for like fan fiction with butt in the title,
Oh
and
no.
there was shockingly few results.
Really, I was about to say this sounds like we're going to start talking about Chris Chan.
No, we're not going there.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, don't worry, it's not that bad.
I didn't make it through that entire series. I've had to take a break from it about halfway through.
That's how I felt about the documentary where, Abducted in Plain Sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to take several breaks from that because there was just so much what the fuckery on display.
Oh yeah.
If
Madness.
anybody is out there and you're looking for a documentary to watch that is not going to bore the tits off you,
Yeah.
watch Abducted in Plain Sight. I think it was about 18 to 22 minutes in. Somebody says some shit, and I honestly had to stop watching to just recover for a little bit because I was not expecting it. I wasn't ready. It comes out of fucking nowhere, changes the game like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
And it was oh, fuck, what a ride that series is.
That's insane.
Truly incredible.
Oh.
But yeah, so watch it. Was doing that. Was looking at the old fanfic sites. Couldn't find anything. So I decided to go on a bit of a deeper dive and see if I could come up with any more information. And it was on my travels that I discovered something that I want to share.
Okay.
And the fact that you're not immediately going, I think I know what you're doing. That's good news for me.
Yeah. I'm drawing a blank here,
Awesome.
and yeah.
Best case scenario right there.
Okay. Let's go.
We'll wait until there's more people for story time.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm playing the Licky Tongue minigame solo.
But at least you've got the grappler, so it's not too bad.
True.
It's a little bit easier with that because the trajectory of them's absolutely fine.
I assume that was what he was wanting there, was for me to just jump in his mouth.
I'm not entirely sure.
Like
I
I'm a
didn't do
dirty
that.
little pepper. Oh, that was the missing one. Nice.
Oh no, oh man. Scott's just said something in chat and it's just clicked. Are we talking about my Immortal?
No, we're not. No,
Oh, thank God.
I am familiar with My Immortal. I've not watched those videos yet because I
Oh,
know they're going to
see-
be gold. So I'm going to
See,
wait.
we should maybe even do that together, seeing as we did Harry Potter together. Scott hadn't really, he didn't really know what My Immortal was, and it was a couple of months ago. We were down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I'm like, and I'd seen a suggested video
Was
of
it Internet Historian?
it might have been, yeah, and then I was like, oh, that, I was like, right, we'll need to find a video that just talks us through My Immortal, and and we started watching it, and then Scott just like reacted like incredulously to something, and I'm like, wait, have you not heard about this? He's like, no. I'm like, oh no. So we sat through some of it, but all of it, I can't remember. And yeah, it wasn't that long
Did
ago.
he just kick the balloon away? Yo. I'm not even mad, that was awesome. Sorry, rabbit hole that you ended up going down. It's like, I know of it, I've just not watched the video yet, so I don't know the contents of My Immortal, so I will too will be like, what the fuck? That's what we'll do. We will record us watching it, and we will use that as our Patreon bait. How does that sound?
Oh, that would be fantastic. Oh no.
Patreon, where it is just us reading and reacting to fan fiction.
Oh no, I don't know if I've got the strength. There was a chick that I went to uni with. I'm pretty sure she was like a biochem student or something. She was a nutter, and she was obsessed with Tumblr. She was obsessed with fan fiction, and she took me down a terrifying Harry Potter fan fiction rabbit hole, and I have read things that have scarred me for life.
Oh really? Like what?
Oh, there was quite a graphic one of a secret tryst that was very, very, very descriptive of a secret tryst between the Weasley car and the giant squid in the Black Lake.
Wow, that's probably better than what I've got, to be honest with you. Mine doesn't
Right.
have the, what kind of car was it again?
A Ford Anglia.
It was a pussy wagon. Apparently, according to the Kraken.
Oh dear. Oh dear. There was another one. Was it? I think it might have. Oh yeah. Well, it was Hermione in the Sorting Hat. I had tried to block that out.
Oh, what went on with
Yeah.
Hermione in the sorting hat? Did it give her a right good sorting?
Oh, it did. It did.
Oh no, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, which year was
This
she
is
in?
what
No, that's first year they do the sorting hat. No hat. No.
As I said, fanfiction.net is a dark place.
Good God.
Yeah.
This game reminds you of Rayman Legends. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, except I can follow this a bit clearer. Rayman's a bit more of a clusterfuck. I was actually playing Rayman with Florin not long ago.
Oh yeah. I've not played it in a long time.
Yeah, no, we've started that as our like friend mission. You know, whenever he comes over here, that's what we're gonna play. See, I like having that when, like, I have games set aside for when specific people are around, so I always know what to do with them. So, like, if Ronan comes over, we're probably going to end up playing Resi 6, because that's what we're working through together.
Yeah.
If John comes over, we're playing Rock Band. If,
Yeah.
like, Kino was to come over, we would probably play EDF. It makes hanging out with people a lot less awkward, you know? There's a lot less like, hey, what do you want to do? The Sandman comes over, we have to finish our campaign in the Monster Hunter board game.
Yes. And there's much mini painting to do at some point as well.
Oh god, I know, you've actually seen the workload now, so you know how
I
bad it is.
have. It's insane. Some of the guys I work with are just getting into 40k.
Oh no.
So they're getting right into like their painting, and it's just constant. They were obsessed. They had Pokemon for like, was it 6 months collecting Pokemon cards, and now it's firmly into painting minis and playing 40k.
Get them into Blood Bowl. Like real athletes.
Oh.
What are they doing fun about it? What, they want to go to war? They want to go and shoot the guns? They want to go Daka Daka? Why would they not want to grab a small halfling and use it as a projectile to launch it across at another one of its own team members in the name of sport? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's. I've kind of gave up with them. Like I can't deal with it. dropping something after 6 months. If I'm gonna get bored of something and drop it, I'm gonna do it in 6 weeks. So I'm not gonna get overly financially invested.
Speaking of financially invested, I'm getting called out here for the amount of paint I'm going to need for the Diora. Listen, man, it's not going to be as bad as you think, right? It would be awful if I was using nothing but Games Workshop metallic paint. Then it would be awful. But no, 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 no. I'm not that, like, desperate for it to be done with, you know, the authentic gear. I'm just going to go to, like, Halfords and get some car paint. You know, just some metallic spray.
That would probably save a lot of time.
I did it for other things, it turned out just fine. I don't see the problem.
Painting is not something I've ever done, and I'm kind of intrigued by it. And something that's quite popular on TikTok right now is the slap chop method, which is fascinating to watch because you're using grey and like, dry brushing to essentially create all your light and shadow, and then having washes of different colours over it, and it's really, really effective.
I would argue that you have done more painting than most people, but it's all on your own face.
Well, there's that. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, your Halloween costumes, or, you know, just makeup designs in general.
Yeah,
Like those alone, that's dope as hell.
it's the finesse I worry about, like the detail. Because I've watched Willie painting numerous times, and like the brushes are absolutely tiny. And yeah, fair enough, for makeup you've got some really thin, really sharp brushes, but it's nothing like that. And I just don't think I'm gonna have like a steady enough hand for it.
Oh, there's things you can do for that. There's lots of different wee things you can do to steady it up. Getting a painting handle is really good.
Okay.
It gives you like an extra thing to grip onto, so that you know you've got more of a thing to hold onto while you're painting. And then what I usually do is I just kind of like mount one of my wrists onto my other wrist while I'm holding the thing, and that just keeps your hand steady as can be. And you know what? If the thing comes out looking like a Wayne got it out of a magazine and decided to slap the wee, you know, the tin of paint that they give you,
Yeah.
the wee fucking jobber pot of paint that comes in the magazine, that's who gives a shit as long as you have fun.
Yeah.
It's about the friends we painted along the way.
I know full well though, if it's something I get into, because I tend to hyperfixate on things, Scott would love it, because he'd be like, oh yeah, I've just, you know, ordered like a couple of minis for you to paint, you know, just as a way, and I'd be like, oh, that's amazing. And then like 3-4 months down the line, he's like, okay, can somebody roll me a d12? Oh, you've rolled that. Okay, so this monster jumps out in front of you, and then the karma comes back that I've painted all these minis, and I'm going to then need to battle them all.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the trick.
Because I'd love to paint a beholder, and I'd love to paint I'm gonna regret this, but a Marlboro. Scott's got like a little laminated cutout of one, and when he was packing stuff for D&D last week, I sneakily tried to bin it and he stopped me. But painting one would be really fun, with dragons and like other weirder, more screwed up creatures. That's kind of what I'm into, and yeah, I just know it's going to come back to bite me.
I died. Yeah, that's definitely a hazard when you're around the D&D players, because everything you paint will eventually come back to assault you.
Probably.
I think that you would be quite good at it, and it would give us, we can have like big painting days where everybody just comes around and does some painting, and that would be nice.
That would be fun. Yeah, I'd like that.
But, yeah, alright, so I assume that you are not able to get back into the game, and I'm going to be riding solo for the remainder.
I have been trying, but it is being
Yeah, it's
rather
lunatism.
difficult.
That is what it is. It's
Um,
alright.
I'm gonna try it once more, and
Like, this is the first night no jobbers have joined the open game either, so
yeah, which
there's
is
probably
all.
something going on with the server.
That's why I'm gonna try and do the private game thing.
Bap. Hang on, I'm at the end of the level. Grab that, go in there. Okay, so it has 2 thumbs and there's a way to look for a marble. Are you joining us? Are you joining us or are you not joining us? I need to know. I don't care either way. It's just for story time.
Oh no.
Story time.
You can't get a marble, cannot get a marble mini until I'm like ready to paint it. I don't think that would be a good first project. That would be quite intricate.
Marlborough? Nah, it's mostly just... It's mostly green.
True.
I think you could get away with that. I think that would be alright for starting. You probably want to start with something quite big,
Yeah.
because that gives you more of like a feel for manoeuvring around, and there's less chance to fuck up on something that's big. Like if you were,
Yeah.
if you had like a gelatinous cube, there's a lot
Yes.
less. There's a lot less to fuck up there than if you had like say a goblin alchemist thief.
Yeah,
know.
that's really tiny and has loads of like little intricate parts.
Yeah, lots of hiles and stuff like that about each person. So, yeah, it is what it is. I think you would do great. And
I
really,
mainly
realistically, what I'm doing is, as soon as you get into it and you start doing it, that's me getting another person to help me with this fucking monster hunter.
That is very true.
Alright.
I know for a while though I would probably end up with multiple sets of the brushes. Because be like, oh, that'd be really good for makeup, and they'll just slowly morph into my my makeup kit.
Oh yeah, okay, right. So I see what's happening. Alright, in that case then, we're gonna move on. It's gonna be story time. I'll keep going through the
Okay.
worlds. I'll keep going through the worlds and trying to work through it. And you're free Sunday for a paint sesh if you are game. I think I should be, actually. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Right, okay. So here's what I found. All right.
Okay.
So while I was looking for fan fictions that could sound like Chuck Tingle books to do the quiz thing,
Yep.
I decided to Google worst fan fictions ever
Oh no.
of
Oh
all
no.
time. Just of all time. Alright? My Immortal was on the list,
Of course it was.
and do you know that way I was like, curious, I've seen an internet historian video, I have seen this and that, and also shout out to our man who, if you feel at any point like joining, open invite. That's, just, don't feel like you can't, you're not welcome. I came across one on the list that immediately jumped out at me, and I
Okay.
began to read it. And oh boy, there was so much to it that I just thought, wow, you are going to love. I hope you've never heard of this.
Okay.
Okay, so are you ready for the title?
I'm ready.
Tonight, you and I. Now, I can either read it out to you, but that would affect the gameplay, or I can send you a link and you can read it.
Okay.
So, it's not super long. It's 14 chapters, and they're not especially long. Okay.
Okay. What is it called?
It is called Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles.
Oh my god. Right,
It is
okay.
a
So
reimagining of Harry Potter as written by a southern mum, a good Christian
Oh.
southern mum She did not like all of the witchcraft featured in the Harry Potter books. She thought it was going
Oh,
to turn the kids into witches, so she wanted to rewrite the history and create a Christian version of the Harry Potter lore.
so I had heard about this. I had heard about this like being spoken about, um, with the whole like kind of mini satanic panic that happened around the Harry Potter books, especially when they first started coming out. 'Cause that was '97, and then the first film was 2001, and I'd heard about it. I didn't know if it ever got written, and I have never read it, never heard about it.
Right. Okay. Here,
And
I'll give you a
yeah,
couple of spoilers just to get everybody enticed, right?
okay,
Just a couple of tasteful spoilers to get everybody interested. So, this is a reimagining where we find the cast in more or less the same circumstances. You know, they're attending school, but this is the school of prayer and miracles, as
okay,
opposed to anything else. So the houses all seem to represent different religious viewpoints. Like, I'm pretty sure one
okay.
of them are meant to be like Roman Catholics. It's, you know, she'll get into it at the time, but I just
Oh
want you
no.
to I just want you to know going into it that the author is very horny.
Oh
There's none
my.
of that in the book. There's no like explicit, because she's a good Christian woman, you see.
Of course.
But just read some of the descriptions of some of the characters and some of the fourth
Oh,
wall breaks. Honestly, I can't. What did I do here? I got to butt slam this thing. Yes, there we go.
uh-huh.
So yeah, it's such a ride. So do you want me to send you a link, or are you able to find it?
I'm already on it.
Awesome. So there's 14 chapters. Don't read ahead. I want live
No,
reacts.
I've not read
Alright.
anything.
There's 14 chapters. The book does not get all the way through Philosopher's Stone.
Okay.
There's like little author's notes, and I'm gonna just spoil the ending now for everybody so that we don't go in expecting too much here.
Okay.
The author was advised to stop writing by her husband because he believed that her writing was not good for their family.
Oh my, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in. I'm intrigued.
Alright, so
As long as,
please.
yeah, I will read. As long as the author's notes aren't mad, I'll maybe include those as well.
I think you should. I
Yeah.
think they give you a glimpse into the mindset of the person responsible for this.
Okay. So, the Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. Written by username Proud Housewife. Chapter 1. Author's Note. Hello friends, my name is Grace Ann. I'm new to this whole fanfiction thing, but recently I've encountered a problem that I believe is the solution to. My little ones have been asking to read the Harry Potter books. And of course, I'm happy for them to be reading, but I don't want them turning into witches. So I thought, why not make some slight changes to these books so that they're family friendly? And then I thought, why not share this with all the other mummies who are facing the same problem? So ta-da, here it is, and I was so excited to share this with all of you. So without further ado, oh my gosh.
You can do it.
Oh. Once upon a time, there was a little boy named Harry Potter who lived under the stairs in a house on Privet Drive with his aunt and uncle. He was a good, obedient boy who did all his chores, but he felt there was something missing in his life, something big and special.
I wonder what that could be.
But he could not quite name it. He stayed up every night.
Oh no, you've gone. He stayed up every night. What did he do?
And everything changed.
I tell you what he wasn't doing.
Answer the door, Harry.
Oh, I missed one. Sorry, you cut out for a second there, but we got to answer the door, Harry.
Lovely. Yeah, Scott was just kind of motioning over and like, I can't hear you, so. Answer the door, Harry. His Aunt Petunia, a career woman, barked from her armchair where she sat with her feet up. She had short, curly blonde hair and never wore any makeup. Uncle Vernon nodded sheepishly from the kitchen, and put a tray of moist, chocolatey brownies in the oven. Oh,
So hang on. So Petunia is a career woman in like a pantsuit, and you gotta
yeah,
remember,
hands
right?
down.
Ah, my young sackling friend.
Aha.
I've uncovered a most distressing
You gotta remember, right? You gotta think about this is a fan fiction, so this woman's drawn from inspiration in her own life. So she's probably based this description of Petunia, an evil woman, on somebody she knows.
Yeah, it's one of those.
But before I forget, mate, I came across what
Reading that description, I know somebody like this, and
What do you think? What do you think of Soy Boy Vernon Bacon?
oh no, I can't. That's unreal. I'm looking. I've just seen a.
No,
a
don't read
little bit-
ahead.
No, I didn't read. I just seen a couple of words and went, oh no, this is going to get terrible. But yes, moving on. Shouldn't you be doing that? Harry thought. But he was a very obedient young boy, so he answered the door right away. He turned the brass metal doorknob and pulled open the heavy wooden door. I'm pausing like that for the amount of commas she has. On the porch was standing a huge, muscular man with a big, manly beard, and he was dressed in...
He was dressed. How was he dressed?
leather.
No, you cut out. How was he dressed? God damn
Oh
it!
no!
I need to know about the sexy
amount
man with the beard.
The the amount of commas here, right? And he was dressed in a plaid, red shirt,
Right.
blue jeans, and sturdy leather boots.
Oh.
His chest was covered in a thick, unruly carpet of coarse, brown hair. The amount of commas in this is unreal.
She is. This is going to be a thing that we will notice as we go on. This woman has a fetish. She is super turned on by chest rugs. So just watch
Oh,
out for
how
them.
fabulous. Okay. He wore a necklace that to Harry looked like a lowercase t. Just looking at Harry, feel happy, peaceful somehow, but he couldn't say why. That doesn't make grammatical sense. Okay. Good morning, kiddo, the man greeted amiably and smiled at Harry. He had the peaceful, friendly sort of face you just knew you could trust. My name is Hagrid. Could I speak to your mummy and daddy? Oh my god.
Could you not tell that was Hagrid from that description?
No, I could not.
Are you kidding? Come on, obviously, when I think Hagrid, I think luscious chest hair.
I was thinking more luscious, hairy brown suit.
No, he's in a plaid. He's wearing the plaid suit. He's wearing red plaid. He's like an outdoorsman, and they wear red plaid.
Okay. Oh no. This is going to be an experience. I don't have a mummy or daddy, Harry replied sadly, and looked at his raggedy old shoes that were blue. Perhaps that was why he felt so lonely, he thought. Not for the first time. Maybe that was what he was missing, a mummy and daddy. But no, that was not quite right. I am so sorry to hear that, Hagrid uttered empathetically. You can speak with my auntie and uncle, Harry retorted politely, and blinked his big, blue, childlike eyes. What do you want? And Petunia peered out the door with her narrow, suspicious eyes. And she was wearing a baggy, unflattering pantsuit. You just knew that was coming, didn't you? Oh God. Right. Let's see if we can get through this. Hello, neighbour. I was wondering if you have been saved, Hagrid exclaimed brightly and tipped his wide-brimmed straw cowboy hat. Oh, no.
Have you been saved?
Oh, Oh no. Oh, and to answer chat, yes, Scott, I think we are doing double adjectives in every sentence. Just, oh, right. Aunt Petunia laughed a gravelly laugh and leaned forward on her sturdy, practical boots. Saved? Don't tell me you're one of those Christians. Harry did not know what the word meant. It was written terribly. But Hagrid's smile was the most peaceful smile he had ever seen. It made Harry feel warm and happy inside, just seeing the glowing, radiant grin on the kind, friendly stranger's face. He wondered why Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon did not smile like that. Yes, I am, Hagrid replied kindly. Are you? Yeah, this is making me uncomfortable too, people, don't worry. Oh, God. I thought you said these chapters weren't long. Aunt Petunia laughed again. No, I know, they're not too bad. Aunt Petunia laughed again and stuck her pointy, sharp nose up in the air. You're too smart for that. Haven't you read Dawkins? God is dead. Dawkins proved that. Would you like us to educate you on the Dawkins? The Dawkins. Oh no.
You gotta remember, this is her putting her own politics on the page right now, so she will refer to him as the Dawkins in her day-to-day. He is the Dawkins. He's a bastard. He perpetuates these false claims about evolution and science. Oh, what a piece of shit. Oh, I love it.
Oh,
This woman fucking hated Pokemon. You can tell.
Oh, it's. Oh no, we just need to continue because this is just a freight train of utter nonsense. What is a Christian? Harry queried innocently. Oh no. My site just absolutely died. There we go.
Oh, no.
What is a Christian? Harry queried innocently and scuffed his shoe on the shaggy, yellow carpet,
So
which had not been
Harry's
vacuumed in quite some time.
Harry's standing there, like, rubbing his toes together, poking his like, two index fingers, and he's just like, ooh, what's question? I need to go to the toilet really quick, so please do not read ahead. But I'm glad that we've met Hagrid in his cowboy hat.
I am glad also.
Don't you worry, it gets so much better.
I'm terrified.
I'll be back.
Okay. Well, that's been an absolute whirlwind so far. Utterly hilarious. And I'm genuinely really glad that I hadn't come across this, just because it's an utter raw reaction, and I can't believe it exists. And quite rightly so, Zero is saying in chat, this is writing purgatory. Never mind, like, overly descriptive language, but some of the sentences feel like they've been started, and then she's went, I don't know what to write next. And she's went away to, do something, or pray, or I don't know. And then come back and wrote the second half of a different sentence. But it feels like that's been done a lot, or there's been a lot of editing being done.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
Alright, so, what's a Christian?
Christians are people who want to be good, Hagrid explained wisely, and crouched down so he was at eye level with Harry. We want to...
Well, because you gotta remember as well, this is Hagrid, so he's gonna be like, well, Christians are people that want to be good, Harry. Except it's deep south Hagrid, so he's gonna be like,
no.
well, Harry, I tell you, Christians are people that want to be good, son. You ever seen a griffin? Fuck.
So a straw hat, a big hat because he's from the south, and a southern accent, and a lot of chest hair, and dressed kind of cowboyish, and is into really weird animals.
And
Is he Joe Exotic?
could be nestled on his chest. Nestled on his chest hair is the symbol of our Lord. So,
Oh,
you know.
yep.
Anyway,
Oh
moving
no.
on.
Anyway, we want to go to heaven after we die. Do you know what heaven is, Harry? Harry shook his head, and his big eyes were wide and curious. Heaven is a beautiful place where we can be with God. Aunt Petunia smacked her hands over Harry's young ears, and her voice was sickly sweet when she said, "Thank you very much for your concern, sir, but he does not need your religion. He has science and socialism and birthdays. Haven't you heard of evolution? I have
Birthdays?
the birthdays."
She's not a birthday.
Oh no. Oh no.
Fuck you, Timmy. God said not not today.
Oh. Oh.
Birthdays.
Birthdays.
We have birthdays.
Atheists of birthdays, okay. Haven't you heard of evolution? I have a very good textbook on evolution that I could give you. I have a very good textbook on evolution that I could give you on it if you would like to learn things.
Do you not have a textbook on evolution?
Probably a few.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's got them in their house.
Hagrid laughed wisely. Evolution is a fairy tale. You don't really believe that, do you? Yes, I do, Aunt Petunia screeched. Well then, prove it. Aunt Petunia could only stare at him, and her big mouth hung open dumbly. Here she thought she was so educated, and always demanded that Christians prove what they believed in. But she couldn't even prove her own religion.
Oh, checkmate, atheist!
It was then
Checkmate!
Harry knew who the smart one here was.
Fucking got him!
Oh.
Oh yeah? Well, I want you to explain really complicated science to me right now.
Tell me how to get to this heaven place, Harry cried wistfully, clasping his hands together. Sometimes the wisdom of little ones is really amazing. When we think we grown-ups know it all, but then God speaks through the mouths of little ones and shows us how we are all mortals struggling along the path of life. Humility.
Don't want to talk about the other things God does with the mouths of little ones.
No. All you have to do is be saved. Do you want to be saved? I do, Harry squealed, jumping up and down. Then pray the sinner's prayer. Aunt Petunia tried to stop him, but she was powerless against Harry's pure, innocent, holy energy. Soon, Harry had said the prayer. Hagrid beamed happily. You're a Christian now, Harry, Hagrid cried proudly.
You're a Christian now, Harry.
Be a Christian. I don't know how. Hagrid grinned widely. There is only one place to learn that. Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. End of chapter 1. Author's notes.
Bravo. Brava. Brava.
Oh man. I've made it through the first chapter. We might be able to do this.
so what do you think?
Oh my god, this is... I'm invested now because I want to see what they do with it. But
Oh, it goes places.
oh, I know it's gonna go places, and I'm genuinely scared.
Well, in the next chapter, we're about to meet the cast that is going to carry us through the adventure. You know who to expect, right?
I hope I do.
Well, who do you think we're going to see?
Ron and Hermione.
Ronald, please.
Ronald, sorry.
We're going to see Ronald. We're going to see Hermione. But you've forgotten about the fourth member of the team.
Oh.
Don't worry, you'll remember as soon as you see his name, I'm sure. I can't believe you've forgotten all about him. That's so. You call yourself a Harry Potter fan. I can't believe it.
Well, at the end of chapter 1, we have an author's note. So, what do you all think? I may not be a professional writer, but I think I am given the talent to pull this off in service of a greater mission. Smiley face. Blessings, Grace Ann.
God is moving through this woman's fingers. He has a message for the youth, and it is coming out. So I'm hyped to get on to the next chapter. The next chapter is particularly good.
Oh, I have loaded it up.
Alright, let's get into it.
Chapter's note. Chapter 2, New Horizons. Author's note. Hello friends, I have been getting so many lovely, thankful messages from mummies everywhere, and I just want to say thank you all for your encouragement. However, I have also been getting several messages saying that my story is bad because Harry Potter is not just about witches. It is also about friendship and kindness and bravery. Friends, this is exactly what I have been saying. Harry Potter has many good things about it, but it still has witchcraft, so my children cannot read it. But that is why I'm writing this, so that they can have all the adventure and good morals of the Harry Potter books. Oh dear, that didn't age well. Without all that bad stuff that is bogging it down. I mean, Matthew 3:12, am I right? So without further ado, on to chapter 2.
Let's go.
Oh god. And Matthew 3. Oh no, that's going to take a while to unpack. So, moving on. Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles? Harry queried, and clasped his hands. Just at hearing that name, he felt such a sense of inner peace. He wanted to have more of that peace, and he wanted to learn how to be a good Christian. He was starting to think that peace and being a good Christian were, in fact, the exact same thing. I want to go there. Hagrid beamed widely. He had been praying so hard to save a soul today, and he was so happy to have saved the soul of such a sweet, earnest little one. The poor boy, being raised by two parents who were not Christian, and who both went to work and left him with a babysitter all day long. It was a good thing Hagrid had got here in time. 5 years down the road, Harry might have been a fornicating drug addict.
Welcome to the collectible zone. Get ready.
Handed and wrung bony hands. Come back inside. I will read to you about evolution from the Dawkins. You do not need that silly religion.
The Dawkins! Follow the teachings, brother. The Dawkins.
Oh no.
I'm not. If you ain't talkins the Dawkins, then I'm walkins.
Oh man. This is oh, I have no words.
No more time now.
I know. It's a masterpiece. You're invested.
It is. I am. Harry scrunched up his innocent little face and thought very hard. Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon were as close to parents as he had, but this was the only home he knew. Could he really leave? But he was saved now. He had prayed the sinner's prayer. He could not stay here. Not anymore. Not with what he knew now. Suddenly, he knew what he had to do. No, Aunt Petunia, he uttered calmly with childlike wisdom. Evolution is not real, and I am going to Hogwarts.
Dun dun dun.
No, no, Harry, Aunt Petunia screeched desperately. I have an idea. You can have a second birthday today. You like birthdays, right? Oh no.
What does this woman think a birthday is?
I know. Birthdays are not of God, Harry verbalised knowingly, and looked at his aunt with an innocent wisdom. You tried to corrupt me, but it did not work. But I forgive you, Aunt Petunia, because of Luke 23:34.
Wait a minute, does Harry all of a sudden have, like, knowledge of the scripture?
I guess.
I mean, yeah, why not? That's what
And
happens.
look,
You say a prayer and you just suddenly know everything.
oh, and Luke 23:34 is, then Jesus said, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hagrid was amazed once again at the wisdom of the little ones. He did not know if he could forgive someone who had hurt him as much as this woman had hurt little Harry. Deny him the truth? Who could be so cruel? But Harry did not even think twice about it. He forgave, just like that. Truly, Hagrid gained a new understanding of Matthew 19:14 that day. Oh no!
He's the chosen one.
Oh my god. Oh.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
Childishly, Harry said, and stepped over the threshold. Goodbye, Dursleys. I hope you're all saved too one day. And with that, he and Hagrid began to walk down Private Drive. How will we get to this school, Hagrid? Harry queried curiously. We will pray, Hagrid retorted knowledgeably. How do we do that? Harry solicited inquisitively. Watch, Hagrid said, and then got down on his knees on the road. He motioned for Harry to get down on his knees too. Oh dear. Hagrid raised his hands to the heavens and cried out in a deep, thunderous voice, Dear Lord, take us to Hogwarts. Harry felt himself being whisked away, and in a moment he was sitting in the cool, damp grass outside a humongous, beautiful castle. He looked in awe at the tall towers and the grey stones. What a beautiful place! A tall, thin man with a long, pointed beard and a big, wire spectacles stood in front of Harry. He was wearing a brown tweed suit and a nice, matching hat. His shoes were made of leather and polished until they shone. He had a smile much like Hagrid's smile, so peaceful. Harry just knew he could trust him. A lovely, kindly young woman with flowing blonde hair and a pleasant, heart-shaped face stood beside this holy man. Hello there, little one, the man greeted amicably. I am the Reverend Albus Dumbledore. And this is my wife, Minerva. Welcome to Hogwarts School of Prayers and Miracles.
I'm telling you, brother, round here Dumbledore ain't no queer, I tell you what. Ain't none of that going on in this here Hogwarts.
Oh my. End of chapter 2.
Is that the end of chapter 2? Where'd you go? You cut out again?
Oh. Where did I get to?
We just met the Reverend Albus and his wife, Minerva.
End of chapter 2. And the author's note was just, blessings.
So, what do you think of the big reveal?
Oh my god. Reverend Dumbledore. I can't. Actually, I just. Oh my god. This is. Oh, there's a lot of Bible scripture being quoted here as well, and it's just. Oh, I can't.
And you know, all of the good people out there that are reading along with this, as soon as one of them's quoted, they're nodding knowingly.
Oh, of course.
That's right, you tell them.
Oh no. It's just, no, it's horrible. But at the same time, I can't stop reading it.
It's only gonna get better.
Oh, okay then. Chapter 3, Dinner Time. Author's note. Hello, friends. I have struggled a lot about whether or not to keep going with this story. But, with a lot of praying, my husband and I have decided it is the right thing to do. We want our little ones to have good Christian literature to read. And in this modern world, sometimes that can be hard to come by. So I will just have to make do. Smiley face. Pleased to meet you, Reverend Dumbledore, Harry replied enthusiastically and got to his feet. This sure is a beautiful place you have here. The Reverend beamed. Why, thank you, little one. His voice had a distinctive southern twang.
Why, thank you, little
Oh no. That made Harry
Elvis
feel...
Dumbledore.
Oh no.
You won't believe it, but I finally found him.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
Big Mo, the rarest, meanest fish in all of
I'm hearing Joe Exotic again, and I'm just imagining Joe Exotic as all the characters, and this is making us 10 times worse.
I had to hide soon as he
Oh
stopped.
no.
Angry aquarium life form.
Alright, so
Oh.
what happens
So-
next?
This odd-looking egg.
He knew in that moment that the Reverend was a man of God. This poor little one was being raised in a terrible situation, Hagrid declared concernedly. He was watched by a babysitter every second of the day. His aunt saw him as part of her perfect life package, like the big house, the fancy career, the speedy car. Dumbledore shook his head sadly. Too bad no one told her. Parenting should be about the children, not the parents. That's why it's called parenting.
What?
Yeah.
Would it not be
Hagrid nodded
would it not
wisely.
be childing if it was about them?
I mean, yeah. That's, yeah, oh. So she's just got no concept of any of that. Fabulous!
Okay.
So, Hagrid then nodded wisely. Dumbledore turned to Harry and announced authoritatively, Now, you can start your classes tomorrow morning. Today you can get settled into your dormitory. But first, why don't you eat dinner with my family and me? My God. It's my family and I, but continuing. Really, Harry gasped excitedly. I've never had a family dinner before. Why don't you come with us, then? Dumbledore cried kindly, and then got down on his knees. Everyone else did the same. Raising his large, massive, manly hands up to the heavens, Dumbledore bellowed in a voice even louder than Hagrid's had been. Lord, please take us to the kitchen. Oh my God. Oh, suddenly, they all found themselves in a tasteful, decorated kitchen.
God is basically looking down at a big chessboard, and the pawns are self-aware, and they're asking to be moved, and he's going, "Aye, all right." That's how they travel in this world. That's how we get around. Don't question it. If you do, it's heresy.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just trying to save your soul.
Okay. That's kind of you.
It's only because I care.
I know. Wow! Harry shouted in awe. He was still getting used to the power of prayer. Sometimes we take the wonderful things the Lord gives us for granted. And it takes a newcomer to the fold for us to understand just how blessed we are. That was amazing! Hagrid smiled knowingly. God is an amazing guy.
Oh.
He sure is, the Reverend's wife chuckled, before getting down to her knees and raising her own hands upward. Dear Lord, please set the table with the sky blue cloth and the Sunday dishes, and please give us biscuits, fried golden brown and gravy, creamy mashed potatoes, my great Aunt Eleanor's corn casserole, corn on the cob slathered with butter, and for dessert, some chocolate raspberry cookies.
She's not asking for much, is she?
No, she is not.
God, gotta get your apron on, right? I'm trying to put a banging scran here for your flock, right? So,
Oh, dear
get the
God.
fucking apron on. Now that you've got your taxi uniform off, I want you to get your apron on. Cook us up a fucking 5-course dinner after you've set the
Oh.
table.
With this specific tablecloth.
What the sweet hell have I walked into? I found a fanfic called Hogwarts School for Prayer and Miracles, and we are just seeing what the world of Harry Potter would look like if instead of witchcraft they were involved in Catholicism.
Or Christianity, anyway.
Well, no, because we're gonna get to the houses. The houses are
Right,
different
okay.
facets of it, so it's all there. It's all represented.
That's going to be very interesting.
Absolutely no personal opinions from the author will come out in this section.
That's going to be interesting for me as well because I was brought up Catholic, so it will be interesting to see how some of it differs and how the hell they can have a school for Christians and it's 4 different types and they don't all argue with each other.
My God, Ronan's got a good point. Like, they all have southern accents, so Hogwarts must be in the south. So like, yeah, they're all eating like fried chicken and jambalaya.
Oh, catfish,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Brits.
If Hagrid doesn't live down by the bayou in this world,
That's exactly what I was thinking. Rather than Fang being a bloodhound, it's just a really old alligator.
yeah, yeah.
Oh. And rather than his little flute thing, he's got a banjo.
It writes itself.
It does, it really does. Okay. So, all of these things appeared on the table exactly as the Reverend's wife had asked for them. Masterfully prepared and delicious smelling. Harry's mouth dropped open. Truly, this woman was a real Proverbs 31 wife.
What does that mean?
So, again, another Bible reference.
Okay.
Proverbs 31. I kind of want to know what that means.
Well, yeah, we need to know what she's getting at.
Yeah, do not spend your strength on women, your vigour on those who ruin kings.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
That's that's not a very feminist point of view, is it?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Well, yeah. Oh, let's see where that goes.
Yeah. I mean, there's men who decided in the Bible anyway, so that doesn't actually surprise me. Oh, Hermione, the Reverend summoned loudly. Dinner time!
Wait, is that his kid?
I guess. Let's
Okay.
find out. Immediately, and with cheerful obedience, an 11-year-old girl in a pretty pink dress with a matching bow came running down the stairs. She ran over to her father and gave him the winning smile that daughters have.
It is.
Welcome. Oh no.
Dumbledore
Welcome.
fucks.
Yep. Minerva McGonagall of all people. Welcome home, Daddy, she smiled, and then turned to his wife. Can I help at all with dinner, Mummy? It is all prepared, thanks be to God, her mother retorted gracefully. Hermione nodded.
What the fuck was she gonna do? Hang on, God's gonna make all this fucking scran appear and set the table, and I guess I'll fold napkins because he's got his hands full, I guess. What was she gonna do here? Was she gonna go up into? Was she gonna go up to the big man's kitchen, and just slap an apron on?
Oh no. Oh, here we go. Hermione, I would like you to meet Harry Potter, our newest student at Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. Dumbledore introduced magnanimously. Harry, I would like you to meet Hermione Granger, my beloved daughter.
Wait, why is the surname different? Whose kid's that?
I know, right? It's just... oh, no. It's so bad. Pleased to meet you, Hermione responded sweetly with a shy grin. Oh, God. Harry could barely respond. This was the most beautiful young woman he had ever come across.
Oh, Harry's got the horn
different
for Hermione.
So different from all the girls in public school who were focused on trying to be like the career women they saw on Sex and the City. This little one was the picture of innocence and godliness.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now, Dumbledore pronounced genially, let's eat. as the holy men, women, and little ones dug into the delicious manna the Lord had granted them. Oh, no.
Ah,
The
manna from heaven.
Oh no! Oh no! I didn't realize it was going to go. Oh no! What has happened?
They're
Right.
casting, they're doing prayers. Prayers need mana.
Yep.
Their blue gauge is
Yep.
empty.
Oh no! Manna from heaven. Oh God! I don't know if I can do this sober, or as sober as I am. As the holy men, women, and little ones dug into the delicious manna the Lord had granted them, the conversation amongst the adults turned to darker topics. Harry listened intently, and he did not understand it, but he was very interested. Dark days are coming, Hagrid pronounced gravely around a mouthful of casserole. Evil forces are coming into this world, and the little ones at Hogwarts may be your last resort. Oh,
Good.
Psalm 127:5, Dumbledore referenced solemnly, and the others around the table nodded knowingly. Hogwarts might be the last hope for the forces of good in this world.
Yeah, maybe.
And Psalm 127:5 is, happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate.
Yeah, Dumbledore. I know exactly what you mean, my man. Do you know what it's like, right? You know how every friend group has that one guy that's seen more like shitty fucking movies than anybody else, and he's always got a reference for something.
Yep.
You know, or like Marvel stands or whatever, and every time you reference something, they're just like, "I love you 3000." Bible.
Yeah.
These guys are like that, but for the Bible, they've got one point of reference, and they just milk it.
Oh, yes. That's pretty much a perfect way of describing it. And that was end of chapter 3.
Oh wow,
The
we're
author's
tearing
note.
through this.
Yeah, the author's note again, just leaving blessings.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Chapter 4, Dangerous Days Ahead.
Uh-oh.
Author's note. Hello, friends. I apologise for being gone for so long. One of my little ones came down with pneumonia. So, of course, my life has been nothing but doctor's appointments and chicken soup. And that's on top of all the other work a mummy has to do. I nearly forgotten about this little story of mine when I had sat down to catch up on my email, and lo and behold, there were dozens of messages from this lovely site. When I say dozens, this story has a grand total of 15,406 reviews on it. Comments.
Oh my god.
So we might have to go through that later.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a gold mine.
So, the second half of our author's note. Now, of course, there were some hateful messages that made me very sad. But for every review posted by an evolutionist with a bee in his bonnet, there were 3 lovely private messages from other mummies out there thanking me for doing the Lord's work. Wow, I know when the Lord is telling me something, so here is another chapter for all you mummies out there, and all you non-believers spreading hatred. Well, let's see if you aren't converted by the time this story's over.
Oh,
Smiley face.
She's got big plans. Let her
She
cook.
does.
Let her cook.
When the delicious, filling dinner had ended, Harry wiped some last.
Oh, we lost you.
Tired.
We lost
Discovering
you.
the truth. Oh, where
Harry
did you lose me?
Harry was wiping.
Ah. Harry wiped some last tasty cookie crumbs from the sides of his mouth. He was very full and very tired. Discovering the truth, being saved, and coming to Hogwarts. It had certainly been a long day for this little one. You look like you could use a good night's sleep, the Reverend's wife commented daintily. How would you like to move into your dormitory? I would love to, Harry cried cheerfully. He was so excited to become a student here, and he was so grateful for the opportunities the Lord had given him. Sometimes people who have done without are the most grateful.
Yeah.
Hermione. Zero in chat saying, is Harry like 6? And I guess he certainly sounds that way.
He's certainly been like repressed.
Oh yeah. Or made to seem younger.
Yeah. He's certainly impressionable this time round.
Oh yeah, big time.
But listen, I mean, you ask somebody to explain evolution on the fly, they can't give you a succinct answer, they can't quote the Dawkins like you can quote the scripture, then, I mean, who's he going to believe, really? You just make yourself look foolish.
Oh dear. Hermione, why don't you show our newest student to the dormitory? Dumbledore suggested wisely. I'd love to, Daddy, Hermione replied obediently with an innocent, girlish smile, and got to her feet, and smoothed out the skirt of her becoming pink frock. Should I clean the kitchen first? Oh dear.
Don't worry, God's still got his apron on.
Yep. I can take care of that tonight, the Reverend's wife answered indulgently, as she was already beginning to clear the elegant porcelain dishes. Thank you, Mummy, Hermione shouted gratefully, and she walked over to Harry. Would you please come with me? Harry blushed shyly and got to his feet. His aunt had never taught him how to talk to pretty girls. She always said that pretty girls were shallow and not very smart, and that a real woman put her career first and didn't care about her looks.
I'm only going to teach you how to talk to the ugly ones, Harry.
But it only took one look at this godly young girl to realise just how wrong that was. A woman taking pride in her appearance is honouring the Lord, because after all, it is the Lord who gave her a pretty face and nice hair. Taking care of that is important. Harry got the feeling that Hermione was as beautiful on the inside as she was on the outside. The two little ones stepped out into the brisk, chilly night, and for a few minutes they were both silent. Harry did not think it was possible for a sweet, demure girl to be as nervous as he was, but going by the silence, perhaps she was a little nervous herself.
Oh.
After a few minutes, Hermione welcomed shyly. Welcome to Hogwarts. It is a wonderful place, and we really are so glad to have you here. Harry's face reddened as they crossed an expansive, flowery field. They were going in the direction of a cluster of imposing, stone, academic-looking buildings. Thank you, he muttered happily. It is beautiful, and it feels very holy. That is, oh.
You got this, you can do it, you're doing great.
Yep, I'm getting there. It is, Hermione commented enthusiastically, and her chocolate-coloured, carefully curled tresses were bouncing along with her steps. My father is a very godly man, and to spread the word of the Lord is his greatest dream. Truly, that is a noble dream, Harry responded gravely, with wisdom beyond his few years. They walked for a few more minutes in silence. Eventually they reached the end of the lovely green meadow. The boys' dormitory is this way, Hermione exposited knowingly, and with the innocent, casual affection so often found in children. She grabbed Harry's hand as she led him around the edifice of classrooms. Somebody's been very busy with a thesaurus. Harry was so
definitely went
nervous.
out and got one, didn't she?
Yeah, definitely. She's like, I need to sound more intelligent. I need to use big words.
Listen, husband, this could be what gets us out of the bayou, alright? This could take us all the way up to the small suburban areas.
Yeah, we could move up to the swamp.
She really thinks she's going to be the next big thing.
Yeah. Oh, Harry was so nervous. He could not think of anything to say. His brain fumbled for the perfect Christian thing to say. But before he could even manage a word, Hermione came to a stop in front of a tall stone tower. This is the boys' dormitory, the devout young woman explained kindly, and she gestured to the heavy oak door beside them. I would show you inside, but I would hate to cause a scandal.
Oh.
I understand, Harry declared graciously. Too many young men these days pressure young women into things undesired and forbidden.
Oh,
It is the mark of a
naughty.
true, old-fashioned gentleman to respect the fact that every young woman is another man's future wife. Oh no. And we all know that it would be a dreadful, terrible sin to bring another man's wife into intimacy. Why does modern culture suddenly treat that as okay simply because he does not have her yet? Man's laws may permit it, but the laws of the Lord are not bound by time. Jesus.
Alright.
Oh no.
So basically, right, you are never, ever to touch MD because they already belong to someone else. Yours will come. You just how will you know which one's yours? It will have your name written on it.
Yep.
You'll meet a girl that will have your ID in her pocket. I don't what. How did this woman meet her husband?
Oh, I have no idea.
I feel like she must have filled out a form somewhere and thought that was normal.
She was probably like introduced to somebody at like the local church when she was like in her teens, and it was just decided that like that was happening.
Aye.
Picked by her parents, probably. Christian Mingles is Scottish. Jeff Mingle. Oh no.
Sounds like it might have been. Let's see if we can glean any more information about the author from her writing.
Let's.
I've read a little bit ahead of this, and there is a little bit of fourth wall breakage that kind of
Okay.
pops through at one point.
Hermione moved to push open the imposing large door, but she struggled with the knob. It was quite a heavy
dear.
door, but Harry was a good, devout Christian now. He would
Oh no, Harry's a good devout Christian. He wouldn't.
nip himself. With the simple faith so often seen in little ones, Harry got down on his knees and lifted his hands skyward and shouted prayerfully, "Dear Lord, please open these doors and allow me to enter my new home."
God, he's a fucking doorman as well.
Yep.
Is God Bart's?
Oh
Like-
God.
He has all the jobs. God is a grafter. Anybody that's unemployed
God
is because
does it.
this motherfucker is trying to draw in all the paychecks. He's got a lot of properties that he's responsible for. He's a landlord for every church that's out there, so he's got a lot of repairs to fund. The man needs work.
Oh, that's why he's doing everything for everybody.
Aye. He is basically just the handyman at this point.
The maintenance guy, the janitor.
He's the Janny, he's the Janny, he's the maid, he's the chef, he's the taxi. Now he's the doorman. Fucking hell, this poor bastard. They've got him done.
Oh no. Right. With a loud, thunderous boom that echoed throughout the expansive, beautiful campus, the doors crashed open. Harry stood up piously as Hermione's jaw dropped. Now she knew for certain that this was truly a man of the Lord. Harry was about to step inside when Hermione grabbed his arm. He blushed once more. "Wait, Harry," Hermione uttered quickly. "There's something you should know." "What is it?" Harry queried questioningly. "My father said that dark times are coming," Hermione spoke worriedly. "There is a man named Voldemort who wants to destroy all that we stand for. He is pushing an agenda in Congress which will stop us from practicing our faith freely." Oh no, now I'm starting to see the fourth wall break.
He's just a politician.
Oh no!
He's just a normal guy.
Oh my god. And Ronan makes a great point in chat. Filch is God in this fanfic.
Pretty much, aye.
Yeah.
So,
And the house elves.
So Voldemort is in Congress, and he is trying to pass a bill that will stop the Christians at Hogwarts from openly practicing their faith.
Oh my god.
What a bastard. I bet he doesn't even want the kids to be homeschooled.
Oh no.
I bet he thinks they should have a state education.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
Alright.
But that is what our founding fathers built this nation for, Harry cried indignantly. The freedom of religion. Voldemort doesn't care, Hermione remarked sadly, and she shook her head. And he is gaining power. The freedom of Christians to practice our faith is disappearing by the day. Soon, it will be like it was in Rome. Lovely, ladylike tears began to roll down her delicate, terrified face.
Those are
And I don't
lovely
like
tears.
lions.
The tears were pink.
Oh god.
You have come to Zuzu.
Oh,
It will be all right, Harry reassured manfully. What?
With fiery fire.
So some of these descriptive words have been
Look,
terrible, but
listen,
that takes the
alright.
cake.
What she means by manfully is Hermione grabbed his hand. I know you were never a teenage boy, right? But I was, and I'm not
Okay.
afraid to admit that if a bird grabbed my hand, I went from 6 to midnight like I was the fucking Flash trying to create a paradox. Alright? I was trying to travel back in time, dick first. It moved that quickly. So there is no way this wee guy isn't standing there fucking signalling to the Lord that the testosterone is flowing freely. Alright?
Oh no.
And if any of the
think you
guys in
broke
chat,
Scott.
if any of the guys in chat do not know what I'm talking about, you're a fucking liar, or you didn't touch a bird until you were in your 20s. And by then you were already dead inside. That's just a thing. I don't know. The only other time that it happened the same way was right before the teacher was about to ask you to stand up in front of the class and answer a question. Your Bobby is psychic when you're a teenager, but it is also a troll.
You lack him. He's very
As you know, saying in chat, I'm trying so hard not to laugh and get picked up on mic.
I'm just saying. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be right back. But I'm just saying, right?
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes, chaotics, we are referring to the penis. Oh, this is... How far are we? We're on chapter 4. We're 14. We're not even remotely anywhere near halfway. This is... Wow. Ladylike tears. Just... Went from 6 to midnight, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's get away with words. Our Dargo. Apologies, Scott's laughing on the other side of the room and it's setting me off. Oh, so... Oh, there he goes. So, what are we thinking, chat, so far, from what you've heard? Has anybody heard about this before? Has anybody read this? And if not, you'll be reacting to it kind of first time round too. Oh my god. Chaotics, I'd love to meet the designers of humans and ask in no roundabout way, what's the deal with the scrotums? Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. Oh, I think he's returned. Hello.
So, like... Do you
Chat
think...
is... You missed Scott have a fully audible breakdown.
what was it that did it?
He's referenced it in chat. He went from 6 to midnight.
You know.
And Chaotix saying that he wants to meet the designers of humans and ask in no roundabout way what's the deal with scrotums.
What's the deal with scrotums? Like, I mean, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. I've got a lot of questions. I want to know why there is a specific part of your anatomy that is designed just to hike your balls up a wee bit. Like, there's an actual part of your anatomy that is, its pure function is just to retract your balls a wee bit if you need to.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of balls, Hermione just grabbed Harry's hand and his dropped. He started to grow his own luscious chest rug on the spot.
He did. Oh, no. It will be alright, Harry reassured manfully. We will all just need to pray really, really hard. That's why we're here, after all.
The way he would have said that, there's no way he's not got a stalker. And now he's talking about things being really hard.
Oh, God.
Harry, like there is a fucking squad of wee angels that are just holding that shit down like a spring-loaded trebuchet.
Oh no. You're so brave, Hermione pronounced admired.
Oh no. Oh no, you cut off. No! Harry's so brave. Harry's so brave. You cut off. Harry's so brave.
Oh no. You're so brave, Hermione pronounced admiringly, and she wiped the tears from her eyes. She flung her arms around Harry's neck. Thank you for giving me courage.
Oh
Harry.
no.
Yep.
She's getting stabbed in the leg.
Harry patted her head before departing and entering his new home. It wasn't until the doors had closed behind him that he realised that he did not know where he was supposed to sleep. The tower consisted of an old stone staircase winding up the steep sacred walls, and there were doors leading into each bedroom off of the stairway corridor. Harry felt very lost for a moment, but a quick prayer showed him the way. As he collapsed into bed, very tired from such an eventful day, he thought about the days that were coming. It's truly a good thing that the Lord had called him when it did. End of chapter 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow.
Yeah. Oh no.
So, thoughts so far? We've met quite a few members of the cast.
We have.
We've got a few more to go. Do you have any predictions for how any of the other characters are going to be portrayed?
No, I'm actually genuinely terrified how other characters are going to be portrayed.
Well, I think very shortly we're going to get to the sorting, and we're going to find out what house everybody's in, and potentially we'll be able to decipher using our big squishy brains what each house is supposed to represent in this twisted fantasy.
Fabulous. Right, chapter 5. A new friend. Author's note. Hello friends, I'm very sorry if this chapter is a bit shorter than usual, because just as soon as one sick little one gets better, wouldn't you know it, another one starts running a fever. Whew.
Oh no, if only we got them
sure
vaccinated. If only we got them
exactly
vaccinated. Help me, I'm very sick.
Oh no.
Fuck.
But don't worry, there's the shared herd immunity with their prayer groups.
We'll just give all the kids chicken pox at the same time,
Yep.
and fine.
Oh,
Oh,
that happened
no.
in my house anyway, because I was one of 4 kids.
Yeah, you had no shot.
Yeah. That was hell. Oh, right. A mummy's life shoot is exhausting. I wasn't planning on posting another chapter until things had settled down, but the hubby says the work of the Lord doesn't wait for the whims of men. So you can all thank Ephesians 5:22-24 for the speedy update. Smiley face.
Thanks to
And on
Theseans
that note,
522 to 24.
yep. Let's have a look. Five 22 24. Oh no. Wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto the Lord.
Oh.
Yup.
Oh.
Delightful. Ooh, and on that note, some of you lovely readers have requested me to write down the Bible verses after each chapter. Well, far be it from me not to spread the word of the Lord. Oh, so we can scroll down and get them now.
Oh, nice references. I love it.
Yep. Another question I have gotten in the original books, Harry Potter and his friends frequently question authority. And how do I feel about this? Well, that is quite a toughie you've asked me. I talked to the hubby about it, and we agreed that usually it is good to obey authority. But when authority is acting contrary to the Lord, you should talk to that authority about it. Acts 5:29. Which
Right.
is, then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
Right, so yeah, basically what they're saying is, listen to the people in charge, unless they contradict God, because God has priority,
Yep.
right? It's like a trading card game, okay? God's always at the top of the stack. So it doesn't matter how many cards you play, what kind of combo you've got, what meta you're playing, where it won, what Italian Grand Prix that it's the winner of. God's still at the top of the stack, guys. He's always going to trigger first, and he nullifies all effects.
God. Oh. Right, we're getting through this. You just might see authority figures making bad decisions in this chapter. Nobody is perfect, except the Lord. No, not even Dumbledore. No matter what the original books told you. And how Harry Potter handles this will be a big question in the story. Hint, it will be very different than the original books. And finally, I got a PM from a lovely friend who was a bit confused. So I'll clear this up now. I do not own the original books, and those belong to Voldemort. So without further ado, Harry Potter.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This could be. Has anybody ever seen Grace Anne and Voldemort in the same room?
No.
You know, sometimes
Oh my
they've got pen
God.
names.
Yeah.
Do you think this is essentially an addendum where she's like, this is how I really would have wrote it if I wasn't constrained by, society?
Yeah. Plus, it wouldn't be the first pen name that JKR has used.
Exactly, right? So there's precedent for it. I think
Because,
there's
of
a good
course,
shot we're looking at. I think tinfoil hat time, but I think we might be looking
Yep.
at a bit of a subterfuge here. I think this might be the
Maybe.
actual lore that she really wanted, but we just got the like edited version.
Yeah.
This is the director's cut.
She released books under the name Robert Galbraith, and she said the reason for that was to see how people reacted to it, because she didn't just want people buying the books because she wrote Harry Potter. But then about 3-4 months after the book had launched and had sold like crazy, she was like, oh yeah, by the way, it's me as well. This is also me. I did this too. And then sales absolutely boomed again.
There's a commentary to be made about somebody who has such spiteful views freely using genders for profit, but I will not touch it because it is larger than me.
Oh, I lost you there.
Probably for the best. Anyway.
Okay. So without further ado, Harry Potter woke up drowsily in a comfy, fluffy mattress. It was only now that he had the energy to observe his surroundings. The room was small, but also everything a little boy needed. There was a big, warm fireplace in the grey stone wall across from him. A shelf of intelligent, age-appropriate books. The Holy Bible was in the centre of the shelf, of course.
Of course.
And there was a simple wood dresser of respectable, school-appropriate attire. And of course a clean porcelain sink for washing up and brushing teeth and such.
No toilet though.
Apparently not. It was only then that our hero noticed that there was another bed in the room. It was the same as his own bed, except that the other bed had not been made. Also, this bed has its own Bible in it, and it looked different from the other one on the shelf. But where was this new roommate of his? Harry looked behind him to see a small, pallid young boy with shockingly bright red hair, kneeling with seeming piety as he prayed to a small statue. At this shocking sight, Harry felt a horror, but he quickly composed himself and declared bravely, "Hello, friend. My name is Harry Potter, and I take it that we are roommates. What's your name?" "Ronald Weasley," the other boy responded friendlily, and he reached out a hand to shake. "Welcome to Hogwarts. I am a Christian too." "Really?" Harry exclaimed delightedly and clasped his hands together. "This is joyous news."
Praise be, brother.
Oh no. And Zero has added in the chat Harry Potter and the mysterious missing Cludgy.
Aye, I know. It's in the room
Yep.
requirements. I hope we see that.
Oh god, oh that would be hilarious. Ron smiled deviously, and Harry remembered that he had just seen the boy praying to a statue, and he wondered why that would be. But he was new to this whole Christianity thing, and maybe that was okay. Still, it didn't feel quite right. He bravely resolved to would bring it up with Dumbledore. "Would you like to come with me to breakfast?" Ronald queried politely, as he got up from the statue he had been kneeling in front of. "We have delicious food here in the Great Hall." "Would I ever!" Harry cried delightedly, and he bolted out of bed, brushed his teeth and washed his face. This little one certainly had a healthy appetite. In a jiffy, Harry and his new friend had joined the stream of young lads on the steep, winding stairs heading to breakfast. They could smell the aroma of breakfasts from the Great Hall, and it wafted right into their noses. Before they knew it, they were all sitting in the Great Hall. Oh, this is written terribly.
I think it's great.
I'm glad
Listen,
you do.
I can think of another work of literature that I've read in the last 5 years that I would argue is worse than this.
Oh.
Some of you out there may have also
Oh,
fell victim.
actually, I know what you're talking about.
What would you rather read?
This,
Well, point proven.
hands down. To put that into perspective, we're on chapter 5 of this. That, I read the blurb, was horrified, got 3/4 of the way through the first page, and gave up because I'd already started shouting at it.
Exactly, but you're going strong with Grace Ann's
Yep.
self-insert fanfic for Harry Potter, which oh my god.
Right. Yeah, let's just muddle on. Come sit with me and my family, Ronald offered eagerly, and he motioned frantically towards a table packed full of people with hair just as red as his. Come on, come on, come on. I can't wait for them to see that I've made a new friend. Harry followed Ronald with the obedience of one who does not have many friends in a new situation. Oh, what a difficult circumstance that can be, and how many believers have been led astray by those situations. Guys, guys, guys! Ronald screeched joyously as he pulled Harry towards the table of his family. This is Harry Potter, and he is my new roommate. Hello, Harry, the Weasleys chorused in unison. Welcome to Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles.
It's not stopped being funny yet.
I know, it's great. Hello, Harry stammered shyly. Something about this group made him nervous. Nice to meet you. He sat down at their table. He could smell a delicious breakfast, but where was the food? No sooner had he had the thought crossed his mind when the Reverend Dumbledore came onto the the Great Hall stage and dropped down to his knees and praised his hands skyward and screamed, "Dear Lord, please provide these devout young ones with 3 strips of bacon or links of sausage each, 2 for the ladies, a bowl of hearty oatmeal flavoured with cinnamon." Oh no.
They have to watch their figure as someone's future wife.
Oh no. Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Right, I'm going to see if I can get through this prayer. Dear Lord, please provide these devout young ones with 3 strips of bacon or links of sausage each, 2 for the ladies, a bowl of hearty oatmeal flavoured with cinnamon and apple chunks, 2 poached eggs cooked all the way through, home fries seasoned with garlic, a glass each of orange juice and milk, and dishes up to the task.
Low fat milk for the ladies.
Skimmed 1% milk.
No butter.
Oh no.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Continue.
Harry was once again amazed to see the food appear in front of him. The food looked and smelled amazing. He suspected good old Minerva had something to do with this delicious spread.
Did she fuck? You know God's in the back. He's got his apron on. He's got a fag hanging at his mouth. He's listening to radio too.
Oh god, that's an image.
He's just went into the toilet and banged a fat line to get through the shift.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, right. But before he dug into the food, he remembered that he had something to discuss with the Reverend. Harry fought his nervousness and he ran after Dumbledore as he hopped dexterously off the stage. Excuse me, the young believer cried innocently as he ran after the Reverend as fast as his little legs could carry him. Excuse me, Reverend!
Oh no, we lost you again. Holding.
Respectively.
Oh, there you go, you're back.
Manly
We lost you.
jeans. Oh.
We lost you.
At.
Excuse me, sir, or whatever.
Yeah. Excuse me, Reverend. What is it, son? The Reverend reiterated kindly. He was dressed respectably in sturdy, manly jeans, and a red, white, and blue plaid shirt, over which a few virile tresses were visible, and a pair of admirable brown cowboy boots.
Oh,
Are you
yeehaw,
settling
brother.
in all right? I sure am, Harry retorted graciously. How are things with your family? Very well, replied Dumbledore knowledgeably, and he was impressed with the little one's manners. Was there something you wanted to talk to me about? Well, began Harry uncomfortably, and he scuffed his blue-sneakered foot up against the polished wood floor of the great hall. I woke up this morning and saw my roommate praying to a statue. Is that really an okay thing to do? That is a real toughie, Dumbledore answered ponderously. Ponderously. Well, I don't worship idols. It is, in fact, a very unchristian thing to do. But you see, here at Hogwarts, we divide ourselves up into sorting hats. After breakfast, all the new little ones will choose their hats. Each of the different hats have different beliefs, but we all love the Lord. And what more in common do you need? That does sound true, Harry pondered sensitively. But is it really? It seems that if we all really love the Lord, we don't need to divide ourselves. Are the divisions between the different hats really so significant as to merit dividing Christianity? What are these divisions? Well, they are somewhat significant, Dumbledore allowed tentatively. For instance, I am a Gryffindor hat. We believe everything in the Bible, and only the Bible. That red-headed roommate of yours is a Slytherin hat. and
Fucking ginger.
I know. And
Evil
Slytherin
piece of shit.
and Slytherins worship statues, Harry queried innocently. The Reverend nodded gravely. Then how are they Christian? Harry questioned sceptically. What about Exodus 24 through 6? That's a 10 commandment. And that will be Exodus 20:4-6. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
So what God's saying there is roll with me and me alone, or we will beef on the streets. My slur. that's what God is saying.
Oh, yep, pretty much. Oh, well, they have different commandments, Dumbledore explained well-meaningly. They love the Lord, and that is all we need. But do they really love the Lord? Harry posited timidly. If they do, then why do they worship statues? Dark days are coming, Dumbledore replied earnestly. We need to be inclusive. If there were only Gryffindor hats at Hogwarts, then there would be not many people left. I see, Harry conceded uncertainly, as he walked back to Ronald's overcrowded table. He was getting nervous about this hat business, but he supposed he did have to trust Dumbledore. After all, grown-ups know best, right?
Right? Right? Well,
Author's
God
note.
knows best. God knows best.
Yeah. Author's note. Blessings. And that is the end of chapter 5.
Oh my God, we're about to get the sorting, which, the way it's been worded, it sounds as if they are going to choose what house they're in as opposed to the hat choosing for them. I thought we were going to get a
they
moment.
go pick a hat that they like the look of.
Yeah, I thought the hat was going to, like, you would set the hat on it, it'd be a little papal hat, and you set the wee cap on their head, and it's just like, I see that you are a studious boy of the book, Gryffindor. And then, you know, like anybody that's got a wee statue, I like to think it's a statue of Voldemort, so he's got like the latest Congressman action figure. The new set's just dropped. They've got a vintage black and white Thatcher in this set. It's very collectible.
Oh, I was going to ask what kind of papal hat, but I don't suppose it matters.
It's the little pope, not the mitre, the little cap.
Oh, the skull cap.
Yeah, that's it. Sure.
My latent Catholic upbringing is showing.
Well, let's find out what house you would be in. Do you pray to a statue?
No.
No, oh, well, you're not in Slytherin. Things are already different.
Yeah. So chapter 6, sorting hats.
Oh, finally.
Scott just lifted the statue of Cthulhu we have in the living room and started bowing to it. So the statues we have in this room, I've got a large carnivorous plant, a Cthulhu, a Buddha, and a bust of Darth Vader.
And a Jackal Pose Tifa. As all good collectors of statues have.
I had forgot about that existence.
I will never let you forget about Jackal Pose Tifa.
Oh, why?
Because Jackal Pose Tifa and Banana Hammock Sephiroth will exist in my house at some point for the meme.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm the only person I think I know that could unironically get that,
yeah.
and people would be like, "We know it's not because you're a pervert. We know it's because you're a child, and you think that is funny."
Yeah, I totally is right. Yeah. Well, let's get on with this because we have 5 minutes, so let's see if we can get into at least the explanation of the sorting.
Yeah,
Chapter
let's try and
6.
finish this chapter.
Yeah, sorting hats. Author's note. Hello friends, I apologise to people whose private messages I haven't been able to reply to. But things are awful busy here in Fort Parsons. Oh.
Don't dox yourself!
I was going to say, see with this amount of information, I might be able to find this woman.
Are you going to try and find Grace Ann of Fort Parsons, author of Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles?
I think I could. I mean, I can find nearly anyone on the internet if they've put information up.
No, wait,
and she
wait.
sounds like the kind of soccer mum that would have a Facebook profile that was all about her kids and
Wait,
God.
no. I think we've misunderstood. I think her name is Grace Ann Parsons. I think she's talking about the family. I don't think that was a location.
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here.
Well, I've started, haven't I? So I typed in Fort Parsons into Google, and the first suggested search that came up was Fort Parsons Grace Ann.
Oh.
It is Grace Ann Parsons. That she has... No. What? She has a page on Goodreads.
Right.
So, like, people, like, review books and shit like that on there. I've got a stupidly unfinished account that's got all sorts of reviews on it.
Right.
But she has 88 reviews on there as well. And that other book you were referencing earlier, I'm pretty sure they have a Goodreads page or something similar with some phenomenally written reviews.
Well, that's something else. That's extra content. That's like DLC for
Yeah.
this.
Oh no, this is... Oh, I'm determined. I will find her. See if she can be found on the internet. I will find her by next week.
Oh my god, you've turned into the fucking Terminator. You're the E1000.
Hey, I'll take that. Right, let's get into this. Busy here in Fort Parsons, and a mummy's work is never done. Many thanks to those lovely friends who have asked about the little ones. It looks like the second sickie did not have pneumonia after all. It was just the flu. It was a rough few days, but now all the little Parsonses are in tip-top shape. Phew. Harry Potter walked back to the table of redheads. It was only now that he noticed they were all wearing black and green baseball caps with snakes on them. Tentatively, Harry sat down next to Ronald, who was not wearing a hat, since he, like Harry, was new. So, Harry began nervously, and he bit into a thick, juicy slice of perfectly fried bacon. What sorting hat do you think you will choose? Oh, I will definitely choose Slytherin, Ronald declared confidently, and he began to eat his oatmeal with his hands. My whole family is in Slytherin, he gestured to the countless redheads sitting at the table, and they all turned to Harry and smiled and waved. You should become a Slytherin too. We could do it together. Harry uttered ponderously as he took a bite of eggs. Why don't you tell me about what Slytherins believe? Sure, Ronald replied ecstatically, and he kept eating his oatmeal. Well, first of all, we believe in the Bible. That is wonderful, Harry reacted happily, and he took a sip of his orange juice. I do as well. Perhaps I could be a Slytherin after all. But wait, that's not all, Ron continued excitedly, and washed his oatmeal down with milk. Gryffindor hats believe in the Bible too, but Slytherins have even more. We have a book full of guidelines on how to be a good person, and a whole panel of Slytherin hats to tell us what to do. Harry furrowed his innocent, childish brow, and he took another bite of oatmeal. And he questioned, confusedly, why do you need all that if you have the Bible? Ronald guffawed, and he shovelled more oatmeal into his mouth, and he replied, why only have the Bible when you can have more? Why, that would be like only praying to God. Harry gasped in horror as he bit into more bacon. Of course I only pray to God. Who else would I pray to?
Stop talking with food in your mouth. Oh my god.
What about Mary? Ronald posited angrily, around a mouthful of oatmeal. I don't know why this is always around a mouthful, but okay. You at least have to worship her. You mean the mummy of our Lord? Harry demanded. In scandal. In scandal. And as he chewed his bacon, I don't worship her. Well then, God hates you, Ron stated simply.
Oof.
And pieces of bacon flew out of his mouth as he did so.
Big words. Big words, Ronald. Big words from a wee man.
Harry was tentative, since he was new to this whole Christianity thing, but he did not think God would hate him for not worshipping his mummy. On the contrary, he had a hunch that God wanted people to...
Cause like, my ma's a cow.
righteously from behind Harry. Harry turned around and he saw a girl about his own age. Her pale yellow hair was tied into braids, and she wore a tie-dye shirt and faded jeans and flowers in her hair.
Oh my god, it's Luna, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Peace signs and donkey patches were sewn all over her clothes. You should not become a Slytherin hat, the girl continued confidently, as she was eating what looked like it was supposed to be bacon, but it did not smell or taste like bacon. We found the vegan. It missed that smoky, meaty taste that bacon is supposed to have. Instead, it tasted like vegetables blended together and dyed red. Yuck!
Get
Harry would stick
fucking
to real bacon.
wrecked, Emma. Get yourself in the bin along with your shitty bacon. Grace Ann is having none of your charade. You've just been fucking demolished by one of the Lord's fucking vehicles.
I will actually concede to the meat eaters that even though I have not eaten animal-based bacon in over a decade, it smells amazing when it's cooking, and vegan bacon is just it's light years away from what it should be.
It's because it's just vegetables all mushed together in it. It's like old people food.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like most vegan food, if I'm honest.
Anyway, get wrecked. You just got shat on.
Thanks. Yuck! Harry would take real bacon over that any day of the week. They are far too strict. Harry sceptically. He was not sure about this whole Slytherin business, but the word strict was not what came to mind. You should become a Hufflepuff hat, the girl instructed him. Arrogantly, and continued to nibble at her breakfast. That's what I'm going to do. What do Hufflepuff hats believe in? Harry pondered aloud, and he took a bite of his real bacon. Oh, how he wanted to find the true hat. Hufflepuff hats believe in the Bible, but only some of it, Luna explained casually, as she was still feeding on that stuff. We don't believe in the stuff against fornication and drinking and socialism, but we really like Matthew 7:1, and that's about it. We're really fun, and we seem really nice and really tolerant as long as you agree with us.
Oh, Harry,
Matthew 7:1.
We are the horny Catholic house.
Matthew 7:1, judge not that ye not be judged.
I don't know, man. Hufflepuff seem like pretty chill guys to me. I don't know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Seems
that
like
was when
it doesn't matter what universe we're in, I'm in that house.
Yep. That was when a derisive laugh echoed through the cafeteria. A smug-looking young man about Harry's age, with slicked back hair, even paler blonde than Luna's, and wearing a sweater vest and khakis, strolled languidly down between the rows of tables. Please ignore this fool, Draco drawled smugly. It is! Luna here thinks she can have a career even though she's a woman, and women are stupid. Shots fired!
Oh man, you're getting double dicked this chapter. Holy
my
shit!
God!
You
yeah.
fucking vegan woman.
Oh dear. Oh.
Holy shit, alright, we're just casually dipping into these politics then, are we?
Yep,
right, let's see where
so.
Grace Ann stands on women's rights.
Harry gasped and gaped to this horrible person. What a mean thing to say! Women should not have careers because women are stupid. Harry shouted indignantly. Women are not stupid at all. Women should have had careers because women are nurturing and loving, and their gifts serve them best in the home.
No, Harry, no.
Draco gasped tentatively. You're diluting the truth. Women are beneath men. Oh. No, I'm not. Harry fired back bravely. You're twisting the truth, so you can be mean with it. Women are not beneath men. Men and women are just different. Luna smiled at him gratefully. Draco was clearly fumbling for ground here. There is not much ground to stand on when you're being hateful, but he finally came up with, well, at least I don't eat with Slytherin hats. I hate Slytherins. Ronald began to cry into his oatmeal.
Oh, buddy.
I know.
You've not even got the hat yet.
I don't hate Slytherin hats, Harry declared boldly. I think they should become Gryffindor hats, because I love them. Besides, the Lord ate with sinners all the time. Thank you, Harry, Ronald whispered tearfully.
He's right.
Well, you should just become a Ravenclaw hat, like me. Draco spluttered blusteringly. We really are the best hat. Draco's a Ravenclaw. What?
Well, he doesn't create statues.
Nah, I suppose.
Let's see what the Ravenclaws believe in. Have you deciphered what each of these ones is supposed to represent?
I'm not.
Like, who was it that the Slytherins have a council as well? Is that like the Vatican?
No, because, well, Catholics is generally abiding by Bible rules, but a lot of it's kind of pick and choosy, especially these days, and there's no extra rule book to tell you what to do. To me, that would say, like, Mormons, Latter-day Saints, that kind of thing. You know, the people that can't have tea and coffee because it's got caffeine in it, but they can have Red Bull because Red Bull's not explicitly mentioned in their magical rulebook because it was written before Red Bull existed.
Loopholes, baby.
Genuine quote from someone of that type of Christianity that I knew.
Incredible.
Which he would quote at people because he would forever tell them about his religion and then be like, but you're drinking Red Bull, and I honestly think he done it just so he could challenge them on it.
Yeah, it kind of seems like a person who knew that that was a way to get a conversation out of people.
Yep.
So, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, we're right at the end of this chapter.
Draco's in Ravenclaw, let's go.
Draco's in Ravenclaw. We really are the best hat. I think you mean we really are the most hateful hat, Harry corrected cleverly. And then he jumped up onto the table and he got down on his knees and he raised his hands to the ceiling of the Great Hall and he bellowed, "Dear Lord, I have made my decision. I am a Gryffindor hat!"
Oh.
End of chapter 6.
Oh my goodness, he didn't even wait for the ceremony, he just jumped right in.
He
He's
just did
so devout.
Oh my god, this has been wonderful.
So do you want to unpack anything that we've just discovered? I mean, how do you feel about Draco and his khakis?
Oh, Draco in his khakis and still being very uppity and drawling. So now I'm seeing like an Eton or a Cambridge student.
Yeah,
rather
I can
than
see
just
that.
a miniature version of a villain. So there's tweeds, the thick kind of Aaron knit jumper is like tied across and around his shoulders.
Oh yeah,
and, yeah. Pressed trousers and sensible shoes and.
He doesn't have a backpack. He's got a leather satchel.
Yep. And he's a trust fund baby and hate him.
They don't play Quidditch at Hogwarts now. They play croquet.
And polo.
Oh yeah, polo.
And he's on, and of course, rather than the Quidditch team, he's captain of the rowing team.
Oh, that's gotta be it. Except this is no wait, hang on, because this is like a southern mod that's writing it. So what's like a southern?
Yeah.
What's like a good Christian southern sport?
I don't know.
My God, you should see him at shuffleboard.
Gator wrestling.
No, that's too aggressive.
Eh.
So yeah, this whole thing has been a journey, and we're about halfway through it so far.
Yeah, chapter 6, so 8 to go.
So yeah, what do you think so far? What are you expecting? What do you hope to see?
It's utterly wild, and as I said earlier, thanks to a nightmare of a human being that I knew at university, I read a lot of Harry Potter fan fiction, and it takes the plot in some interesting directions, but this is a whole new level. Although, I think if we're doing this on stream, we should definitely do My Immortal at some point, but probably together, and then we can discuss it on stream, because it's, that's asking to be demonetized, but
right.
There are no words to describe it.
I'll hold off on watching the Internet Historian video until I'm with you guys.
Oh man, it's going to be so good.
Awesome. So, yeah, I guess I'll finish up the level and we'll put a bookmark in Harry or Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles.
Oh, the School of Prayer and Miracles. Oh my
Will you be
god.
able to last without reading the rest? I know you're eager to see how it ends.
Oh no, I've really been enjoying reacting to it live, so I'm gonna keep it. But what I may do is I may go down a rabbit hole myself looking for more Car Crash Harry Potter fanfiction.
Awesome. It doesn't just have to be limited to Harry Potter. I would also take like Sackboy fanfic if that exists. anything weird, the more degenerate and like personal politics of a madman being inserted into it, the better. Like, I feel like we're just now beginning to peel back the unhinged layers of the author of this work. We're just finally starting to really see all the personal politics coming through.
Oh yeah, and you can see it, and it's like written in such a specific way, so her children will read that and emulate these qualities because they want to be like Harry Potter, and it's something else. And you know full well, see, especially because you said like her husband told her she had to stop writing it, and she's agreed this with her husband, and she's discussed this with her husband. You know full well he's like, right, you need to put this in it, and you need to put that in it, so the children know how to behave properly.
True, but the fact that he's the one that inevitably was like, this needs to stop. I have a theory.
Yeah.
I have a theory on why it is, right? As the editor notes go on, I think there might be a subplot hidden within the editor's notes.
Okay.
Because I've read on just a little bit further. It might even be the next chapter. There's another character that's introduced.
Yeah.
And Big Grace Ann, she doesn't just like unveil what's going on in her head while she's writing this. She straight up like she reveals herself like a painting at a gallery with this one. It's a pretty big fourth wall break, and it's, you know, like when actors say each other's actual names instead of the character names, and it somehow gets past editing in like movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like she drops the curtain, and I don't know. I've read into it a bit too much.
Oh, I'm actually just really looking forward to it. Next, Scott's saying, "Let's do it."
I'm terrified of you like looking into her and finding out more. Like I really want her to have gone on and had a successful career as an actual author. Maybe she writes children's books. Maybe,
oh God.
Maybe she writes like. Obviously, she's into the whole fanfic thing, right? So maybe she takes other existing works and reworks them into good moral tales. Like, remember that Everybody Poops? Well, that's disgusting. You can't talk about that with good boys and girls. So what about Everybody Prays?
Oh, and I mean, thinking on the fact that somebody's done this with Harry Potter, maybe somebody's done this with Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god. I think maybe we should do our own fanfic.
Oh my god.
At the end of it.
Yeah.
Right? I think that we should do. I think we should do. Oh, that could be our new thing, right? Improv fanfics. Right, we'll just write them on the fly, and we'll put them out into the ether, and who knows, maybe somebody will enjoy them.
Oh my god. That's going to be chaos, but I can't wait.
Maybe we'll get a movie deal out of this. You have no idea the directions that I want to take Ed, Edd and Eddie in.
No, that scares me.
Good. Anyway, tonight's been fun.
It has.
I'm glad. Fuck me, I'm so happy you hadn't read this. You have no idea.
Yeah, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, thank you for also all of your reading. I know that was a lot to just kind of throw on you. I was going to do it myself, and then I thought, hang on a minute, how am I going to play the game and read? So, I appreciate you shouldering that burden.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And just getting to read it and having to like try and keep a straight face through some of it and try and like just kind of soldier on through it while I'm just about ready to die with laughter.
Well, yeah. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. The main takeaway from tonight is get fucked, Emma, specifically for being a vegan and a woman. You fucking idiot. you you are going to hell.
Love you too.
Get fucked, sinners. Good night.
Good night.
Fucking I closed down.